All right, we're back. Jester's match. Sorry for the delay. The Queens win a little over. We're at Mad Apple Burger and Billiard. I am Chris G. I'm in the booth with Dan.
Hey, good afternoon.
How do you pronounce your last name?
It is Dan Kaler.
Kaler, not Kohler like the locals around here.
Collar.
Yeah, none of that. Dan Kaler.
Dan Kaler.
Your son Damon plays in the juniors program.
Yes, it's a wonderful program here at Mad Apple. He's been playing for a little over a year now, so we wanted to do a quick shout out to Connie for running that. She does a wonderful job.
She has been doing a stand-up job with that. So today's match is Connie and Kenny. We got Fargo rates, between the 3s and the 400s. Both of them are replacements. The regular couldn't make it. Olsen or whatever, I can't remember. Our statistician, Patrick, is playing in the Veterans Tournament, and the Marines are doing really well. So he's still playing. So he's got the day off. Send him a shout out if you want to let him know you're rooting for him. I mean, it's not every day he wins. So.
All right, so we got a 486 and Connie's a 365 here because we got a good match.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. Connie's a little underrated. I mean, I think she can play well into the 500s. So can Kenny. So this is going to be kind of, I don't know. We'll see if it takes off in one direction or the next. Michael Lemire, what's up, man? Thanks for joining.
Hey, Mike, how you doing, bud?
Yeah, he's been training Damon a little here and there, giving him some of the hustler etiquette, maybe.
He's been wonderful with Damon in the juniors, just being very patient with him and showing him the ropes, and it's been an absolute blessing to have him work with Damon. So thank you very much, Mike.
Might as well give him a good picture.
I don't know. Grandpa was just over there trying to get a good photo of us, but
yeah,
I think he got one.
That's why I bugged you in the middle of your speech there. It's just me doing the thumbs up, not Dan, and really he just wanted Dan. So
I was trying to focus on what I was saying.
Yeah, I know it's tough, isn't it, to talk and do stuff?
Yeah, I know. How do you multitask? That's a myth, isn't it?
You turn your brain off and you just say whatever pops in and hope you don't get punched.
I guess.
Yeah, that's been my life motto. All right, so Kenny played a safety. Thanks, Pete. We do need shares, because it's the new channel. You guys know the deal. The 11 people that are here know the deal. All of our main event stuff's on the Mad Apple Extreme. All the local challenge matches are going to be on the open stream. They're two different YouTube channels. The benefit to this channel is it's not monetized. There's no advertisements popping up on your screen. There shouldn't be unless it picks up some music in the background. So hopefully that's a little nicer. And we're going to have all of our Sunday matches on this channel. And also, I've been throwing finals. If I'm running the tournament, I'll throw the finals of like the 8-ball or 9-ball tournament on there. I mean, some of those matches are pretty good. You get Ray Skenendor versus like Mason Cook.
Oh, yeah. That's that's a nice final to watch.
That's a great match to stream on this channel.
Absolutely.
Even if there's no commentary, it's something.
Mm-hmm. You mean they don't want to listen to us?
Well, no. At that time of night, there's not many people here.
I know, I hear you.
I'd love to have full-time commentators, but...
So it looks like 8-ball, the game of choice. This will be a race to, is it 9?
7.
7, race to 7.
Yep.
Okay.
So, yeah, and that's a good point that you bring up. Since they're both challengers, because the last guy couldn't make it for whatever reason, they lagged for the game type. And I did that while it was on the please share screen. And Kenny won the leg, and he chose 8-ball, and that is a race to 7, which is, by the way, what Connie wanted to play.
Sure.
I talked to her earlier.
Her main game is 8-ball, I believe. Right. That's what she prefers.
I don't know if
play.
she'll say that, but she was like, she came to me and she's like, Kenny likes 9-ball, right? I'm like, I don't know. I think he's an 8-ball player. But I'm like, do you really want to play rotation? Because you missed that 8 ball, right? And now they got a 9 ball, an 8-9, or an 8-9-10 if you're playing rotation, such as 9 ball or 10 ball. So I'm thinking 8 ball might be better speed, right?
Sure.
You can play some strategy, leave a cluster like that 14-12 down there.
Absolutely. Hey, while we're also talking about the junior program, I
Sure.
also wanted to give a shout out to Savannah Easton, who donated an entire box of junior size gloves for the kiddos here. How
Did
cool
she
is
really?
Yeah, how cool is that?
The Roadrunner?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
I was actually talking to her about, like, hey, you could have a lot of people on your YouTube channel trying to give her some marketing advice, which, I mean, she's probably a whiz. You know, I'm older. I don't know half the stuff. She's probably on Instagram and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Fedor's doing it. She can do it. You get enough subscribers, these pros can make a little bit of money to help with the travel. So if you haven't yet, go over to Savannah Easton's YouTube channel and subscribe. It helps her out. I mean, you don't have to pay anything, just like this.
Sure.
Watch it when you want or don't.
Or absolutely.
Yeah.
Looks like Kenny took that first game there.
1 Kenny.
1 Kenny, 0 Connie.
Yes, sir. Connie's practicing during the match. That's a foul.
Don't tell her that. She'll get mad at you.
Well, I'm not out there. If there was a ref on the table, I don't even know what you would call because it's pre-rack. I guess that'd just be a warning.
Yeah.
So this monitor looks a little weird. Super crispy here, super crispy on YouTube.
Oh,
I've been kind of struggling with. So we got 4 new cameras through PTZ Optics, which are amazing, and they have a 5-year warranty on all their cameras, and we're having troubles with a few of them. So we got some freshened up, hopefully new, maybe refurb. We're working through the bugs here.
Sure. Yeah, there'll probably be a little bit of a curve with it, but it looks pretty good overall. I don't see any major issues.
Yeah, I mean, the overhead's still working.
Yeah.
That was our major issue, is the overhead kept freezing. And Kendall said he had a problem with it earlier. So I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, we got to go through this again?
Well, what prompted you guys to get new cameras?
Well, the overhead kept freezing.
Oh, the old one did. Okay,
yeah,
sure.
and then
Okay.
we got all of them back. He set them all up. And then I guess overnight it was frozen again.
Oh,
so now I'm stuck in the middle of, you know, hey, PTZ, are we sponsored? Are we going to make this work or what? You know, because this is frustrating.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it another whirl. I think it was just a glitch because it's been working great all day. So
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's kind of how I'm at, you know, because we can't be traveling with stuff like that if we can't trust it.
Well, right. Exactly.
So I'll give you guys the final rundown in a couple of weeks when we figure this stuff out.
So Kenny had a pretty good break there. Looks like he's going to work here on stripes. A little missing the 9 ball there.
Yeah, Kenny's a great player. It's going to be tough to beat him. You know, he plays well over 500 at times. You know, but he also is just like us or anyone else who plays or maybe tries to play more regularly. You have your good days and you have your bad weeks.
Sure.
You know, and that's kind of how it goes.
I'd be the more try to play. See, I'm not necessarily a tournament player yet, but I'm kind of working my way up to thinking about maybe doing the mini on Sunday here.
Now, the minis, I mean,
I think that'd be fun.
That's the way you got to start. It's like $10-15. You play all day. If you go 2 and out, big deal. You learn something.
Right, exactly. And it gets you out of the house.
Yeah, and you're already here.
You're already here. I mean, it's a social thing. Like I was saying a couple weeks ago, it's more than just the game. I mean, it's the social part, and you know, there's a lot of different aspects to it other than pool.
Right.
You know, so.
Oh, okay. Northern Wisconsin. We should have turned that off, so that should be fine now. So if that's all it was, that's not an issue that's just a setting. So. Yeah, I think what was happening is when you first set the cameras up, you got to turn autofocus and auto balance, white balance off. Especially when Ray gets in front of the camera. I call it the Ray clips because he stands right in front, right? And he's got a black shirt on, so then the table looks white. So you got to have all that stuff off. Yeah. Thanks for letting me know. I mean, that's I think we took care of that. The autofocus should be off on at least 2 out of the 4. So we'll see.
Great tip.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about it.
That was from Northern Wisconsin Pool Streaming. Okay, thank you very much for that.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but I probably know them. It's one of those tough ones. If you want to say your name, Northern, that's fine.
And also, if you're watching from anywhere outside of Wisconsin, that'd be awesome if you could comment and just say where you're from. Might be kind of fun. If not, and you don't feel like it, no big deal.
Yeah, well, we know where Mike Lemire and Pete Beschner are from.
I know where Mike's from, but I'm not going to say for his privacy. So,
yeah, I don't really know. I just assume he's from the area.
yeah. Where are you from? I'm from around the area.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I mean, really, a lot of people, they got no issue driving 45 minutes. That's local to them. I mean, they live out in Crivets and,
Well, I've talked to a lot of people who are newer faces here, and they're like, we drive 30 to 45 minutes because there's really no other good areas to play for us.
Right.
It's like one bar, and they just have like a regular valley, like a bar box.
And they're not training, so it's hard to bring a young kid. How old is Damon?
Damon actually just turned 11 already.
11. Still, I mean, that's super young. I mean, that's tough.
Yeah.
So it's hard to bring an 11-year-old into a bar when they're watching the Packer game, and you got some irate, fans. And
no, it's not really a good environment for him. I mean, this is a good environment for him because you got the diamonds, you got people here. Most people here are willing to work with you and teach you things, and it's been a great experience here at Mad Apple.
It's not about the drinking either. I think a lot of these people are just here to focus on pool, get better at pool. It's a whole different environment. I mean, people don't understand the difference between a pool hall and maybe just a bar with a couple of pool tables. It's not the same.
No, it's a different level of play. I always say I'm not a tournament player. Well, maybe not yet or maybe not ever, but it's more how you view the game.
Right.
Are you just going out and you just want to hit some balls around, or, a lot of people who play here take it a lot more seriously, and that's fine. It's just a different level of player.
That was a beautiful shot by Connie. I just wanted to throw that in there, a little gameplay, because she drilled it, and I don't know if she has the 6 in the side, but there we are.
Oh, yeah, that would be a very thin cut. What's up, guys? Nice. I didn't.
Chris G, Dan, just in case you forgot. I haven't been on the mic for a while. I hope you guys had a good break because I'm back.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks for me. Unfortunately, we were under the weather last week, so we did not make it.
I think everybody was.
Yeah, it was not a good time. So, but
between allergies, the warm, the cold, the warm, the cold.
Yeah.
Flus and all that. Yeah.
Cold and flu season is upon us.
It was bad.
It was not fun. Plus, I moved last week, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, while I was not feeling that great. So it was not the best week, but this week things are looking
you powered
better.
through it.
I had to. I had no other choice.
Call 2 men in a truck.
Yeah, more like U-Haul and Grandpa and a couple people who had volunteered to help me move.
I'll tell you what, they're not that expensive.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, we got a whole house quote for like $600.
Well, that's pretty good.
I mean, that's with gas and everything else. I'm just saying, like, if you don't want to be moving stuff around, just call them, man. We should get a sponsorship. 2 men in a truck. Give us a call.
Yeah, we need discount coupons for moving.
Yeah. I'll take one.
I'll take one for when I move next.
But I mean, even if they just move all the heavy stuff, I mean, it's just.
Well, that's the main thing. The couch, the bed, if you've got an entertainment center. I can deal with the boxes, but it's that heavy stuff I don't like.
Fridge or even washer and dryer.
No. None of the appliances. That is difficult.
With a good dolly, I can get around, but I mean, honestly, by the time you buy the U-Haul and have to go to the doctor for pain.
Yeah, you pull something, and it takes months to heal. And
at least that's the way I'm going. I'm getting older now, so
yeah.
Now, when I was 20, we'll move anything.
Oh yeah, But
We'll
when you
even
get
take-
to 40,
Yeah,
it's a different
You know,
story.
it's like, I'm going to call the moving van. I mean, if they're reasonable.
Yeah. Time is money. So
Is that?
is that a reverse bank shot?
Well, it was kind of, it was kind of a cross bank, right?
Cross bank. Okay.
So it's tough because you got to battle the double kiss, and he cut it a little thin. I don't know if he put English on it, but I mean, that left Connie an opportunity here, but this is a scratch shot. So I think what you got to do here is you got to play safe.
Sure.
I mean, but again, is the safe harder than the shot? That's a good rule to live by.
Yeah, because if the ball doesn't come off the rail properly, then that opens it up for Kenny to,
Yeah,
to
you don't
run
wanna
to finish
settle
up.
right.
Yeah.
But I mean, how do you shoot this? You shoot it in the right, you scratch. You shoot it in the left.
Then you maybe come
you
back-
don't scratch. Yeah.
No, then maybe you come back for the 8 in the side, depending on the leave. But
I like shooting the 6 in the left.
Yeah.
If she's shooting, because I think there's less of a chance. Yeah, I mean the ball is going to get close to the nipple, but this is one of those where your brain pretty much makes you scratch no matter what.
not gonna scratch. Not gonna scratch.
You miss the
Oops, I
ball
scratched.
and you scratch. Yeah, it's like, so she's going to the right,
Okay.
which maybe with draw, she might be able to get away from it. Oh, okay, she did play the safe.
Okay. Connie's a big safety player, isn't she?
Well,
likes to
she
play
thought
safe,
about
too.
it. She knew. She knew that this was tough. She's already down 1. So you know what? I don't mind this. He's on the rail. This is not an easy shot. Even if he makes it, the cue ball's going all over the place down to the bottom of the table.
Sure. Yeah, this will be an interesting finish here.
I wouldn't want this shot.
No, there's a long way to go.
And what are you going to do? It's going to either bump off the 6 and scratch or maybe just leave you long on the 8. There's not a lot of reward here. It looks like he's trying to... Okay. He didn't dig down. Did hit the 6. So say he would have made it. Cue ball would have been on the right rail. There would be no shot on the 8. Now look at Connie.
Yeah, he left Connie the 6 on the side there.
You know, +1 for the safety, right?
Yep. If needed, yeah. If she doesn't come off of it, right?
And it wasn't even a lockup safety. It was just enough to get her back to the table. She can make this in the side. If she wants to get fancy, put a little top right on it. But, I mean, honestly, you just roll forward, stay off the rail, you got a great shot on the 8.
All right.
Oh, okay. Northern Wisconsin pool streaming is Scott Kruger. I remember Scott from the Rhinelander area. Scott, you got that new camera, right? Really, really nice camera. If I remember correctly.
Connie with a chance to tie it up here. And she sneaks that 8 ball in there.
That was a clincher.
Oh, woo.
I'm gonna have to change my pants after that one.
Did you feel that sweat dripped on your forehead? Or?
It dripped out somewhere.
That rattled in. So
Wow.
1-1 here.
Hey, you know, that's the way it should be.
Yeah, nice and close.
Right.
The Queens was close today, wasn't it?
It was 4-hour match, and
it
it was
was-
hill.
Well, it
Yeah.
went hill. Yeah.
I was lucky enough that Sean Gretzinger was able to be in the booth, which she is a great voice for the Queens, any of the matches, but for the Queens especially, her and Kendall make a great team. Every Sunday morning, it's like the Sean and Kendall show, you know?
Yep.
And yeah, that was a really long match. So she actually had to bail out of the booth early because she was playing in the tournament.
Okay.
And then I think Tom popped in for a little bit,
Sure.
and I
Yeah.
think he left.
4-hour match that was? 4 hours?
Yeah, 4
Wow.
hours. Yeah, 4 hours for a race to 9.
Ooh.
But it was 9 ball. I don't know. I mean, normally you think 9 ball's faster. So race to 9, that means that, you know, you can play 17 games, up to 17 games before you decide who wins.
Sure.
Unless my math is wrong.
Let's see. No, yeah.
Because
Well, I think
18
that's
would
right.
be too many.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, so they played 17 games of 9 ball in 4 hours. Just under 4 hours.
Wow.
So we are starting the Jesters about an hour and a half late, which means the Knights are going to get started late. which means barbecuing chicken on the grill is not happening for me tonight.
No, you're running behind a little bit. You're going to have to hit up something quick.
I'll get a pizza from Mad Apple. They got a great scratch kitchen. They make pizzas and fish fries on Fridays and all kinds of good stuff. I got to get something that I can share.
Sure.
I mean, I could just get the ribeye.
Ooh.
But what do I do? Eat it in front of, you know?
Yeah, you got to bring something
fam?
home for the fam.
Maybe a pizza. I'm thinking
Yeah.
a couple of large pizzas on the way out.
That sounds delicious. That was a good lead-in for us talking about the food here, too. It was really good.
Well, I'm hungry. All I had was a banana this morning. I ended up helping my niece move a
Oh,
little
really?
bit.
Okay.
A few things, yeah.
Yeah. And it's a good thing you mentioned something about the fish fry. Actually, that's a newer thing for Mad Apple, and I hope that's picking up some velocity.
I think so.
It's appropriate for the area, you know, Wisconsin. Big fish fry, old-fashioned.
I think, like what, maybe 2 to 4 weeks ago, they started the fish fry here, which reasonably priced, scratch kitchen, so they make the batter and everything. It's not just like frozen in some bag, right? So
right, exactly.
It's going to be better than your average fish fry.
Yep.
I say if you're into that kind of stuff, I think I haven't tried it yet.
I haven't either, but it's on my list of things to do. I'd like to try it sometime.
I don't know if there's choices. I don't know if there's haddock. I don't know if there's other kind,
but there is a fish fry. That's the main
yes.
thing.
And everybody knows what that is. Fish fry.
Fish fry, food.
Some onion rings, maybe. Some cheese curds. All scratch made, man. I'm getting hungry.
Laughter, good times, social, you know. I mean,
there's no laughter when I'm eating. It's serious business.
You're focused.
Oh,
leave me alone. I'm
my arms are on my plate, I serve time, like nobody's.
I'll make sure not to talk to you while you're eating.
It's tougher out here too. If you're running the tournament, you're like, hey.
That always kind of bugs me when people talk to me when I eat. I'm like,
yeah,
okay, it's fine, but like, how am I supposed to chew and talk at the same? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you choose now to tell me your life story.
Right, exactly. It's like the worst possible time. Yeah. Like, dude, just let the person eat.
It is rough.
Yeah.
I think I did that to you.
I don't know, maybe
a couple weeks ago, but I let you off the hook because I realized, because I can see those social cues, unlike 90% of other people.
Most people don't recognize them. Yeah, see, that's good though. That's a good trait.
Well,
usually
Seinfeld. That's why
people.
Seinfeld. Yeah. Well, I mean.
Yeah. Speaking of eating things up, Connie seems to be eating this rack up.
Yeah, she's got a little bit of trouble with the 13.
Let's see.
And, I mean, something's got to happen with that. Either she's going to break it up now, or she's going to take it in the side. That's beautiful. Okay, but now say, still a little bit of trouble. You make the 13 in the side. I don't know if the 10 goes by the 3. Half a pocket, maybe?
Yeah, or you do the 9 in the side, and then maybe, I'm trying to think of the position to get the 10 in the side, but she doesn't really have that.
I think it goes.
Oh, no. Yeah, okay, I see what she was trying to do. She wanted the cue ball there, but the 9 ball to go in, obviously.
10 in the corner, and then another real thing, 8 in the corner past the 2. I think they both go, but they both would have been a little tricky.
Yep.
So this opens the door for Kenny. I mean, he's got to act now.
Yeah, he's probably only going to get one more chance if he's lucky. So he's got to take care of the rest of this rack and see if he can go up 2-1.
And he means business because he's got a fresh haircut, little gel.
Oh, yeah.
He's all slicked up. I mean, he ain't messing around. And this isn't like a league night where he just kind of comes in like willy-nilly. Like he's got the fresh haircut and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. All black.
All black.
Nike
Nice and comfy
outfit.
clothes.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
You got to be comfortable, though. That's the main thing. I usually go for comfort. I like to kind of dress up a little bit sometimes, but honestly, I go for more comfort than anything else.
Well, and it's weird because the pros, they got to wear like khaki, Dockers.
Oh, yeah.
Dress shoes. Like that's got to be a little uncomfortable.
It's like a business casual thing.
Yeah.
It's like an actual.
I don't want to be wearing like a tight belt, while I'm shooting pool,
No. I suppose you get used to it after a while.
Yeah, I mean the pros and they've gotten away from the dress tops, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of get the cool, Forgot what those are called.
Like,
but
the
the
dry
jerseys.
fit,
Yeah.
like the dry fit moisture wicking,
Right.
The super fancy polo that's like $80.
And they're well, and I mean, most of them now they got their sponsors all over them, but
So they don't pay for them.
No.
Yeah.
So they've lightened up a little bit. They used to wear tuxedos to these tournaments.
Like the players did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They would have to wear like 5-piece suits.
That's a great little history lesson there.
I mean, check out some ESPN footage, from the 90s, and you'll see it's like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But the pockets were twice as big.
Yeah.
So trade off,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kenny with ball in, did he get ball in hand here? Looks like he might.
Yeah, it looks like Connie had an opportunity there, gave him ball in hand. Now you got to pick the right choice here. And I don't know what that choice is because I don't like the 4.
Yeah.
But I don't like shooting the 5 first.
No.
You know what? He's got it. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, go for 1. Is it 1-4?
The 5.
Or
it's
1-5
just a
or-
little bright. Yeah,
Yeah.
the brightness is a little high. So the 5 in the corner, stop shot, 7, roll up for the 4 ball. And then, I know Kenny. He's just like, I'll worry about the 8 when I get there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got to get the other balls in first, right?
Right. He should be thinking 3 balls ahead, and he is. But you have to do something with the 8. And I don't know if he's going to maybe just take that in the side. All right, so he's got an angle here. This angle will allow him to go across the table and shoot the 8 in the same corner.
Yep.
If he does it right.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't tell if he's putting, I think it's just a little bit of draw. Yep, just a stun. Oh, but not enough. So he ended up bumping into the 10, which caused this to be a huge issue.
Yeah.
This is an opportunity for Connie to take the lead, unless he drills this.
Yeah, I think he called the corner.
Let's hit the replay on that.
I think he called the corner.
Yeah, but I think he hit the 10 first. Let's just look at it one more time. I'm not going to yell anything, but like if they ask us, I want to do this quick before Connie shoots, but okay, watch the 8 and the 10. Okay, it hit the 8 first. Clearly.
So, okay, he's good.
Yeah.
I have no follow there.
Yeah, and probably some people are screaming at me at home. That was totally clean. Well, you know what? Alexa, play some heavy metal music. That's for you guys.
Hey, you want to take advantage of your new investment with your awesome instant replay? I mean, come on.
We had to do at least
Obviously.
one. Right.
Yeah. All right, so Connie with an opportunity here to get out. Let's see if she can capitalize here.
Oh.
No, she's doing the safety.
Yep. She's playing. Now that's not good, though.
No, she gave Kenny a shot, but I mean, it's not an easy one.
Yeah, but this is an easier shot
For him, it's probably a little
than he
easier.
had last game. I don't know. I don't know what she was trying to do with that safety because the 10 ball was hit way too hard to get in front of it. Maybe nerves.
Yeah, I don't know. She's over there having a talk with herself.
Yeah, I would be too.
She's practicing the arm motion, the mechanical arm motion.
Look at that.
Yeah. Oh, did he scratch?
Oh, no.
You
know what? It looked like he put a little left
Ooh.
English on that, and that made the shot tons harder, and somehow he still threw it in just fine.
Yeah, that was a nice shot.
Like, look at how far over the... It looks like left English.
Yep.
Which means it's going to throw the 8 to the right.
But it still maintained like a perfect line into the pocket. That was
I know that's
nice.
hard.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was necessary to, to get away from the scratch. So,
No.
hey, you know what? Hats off. Hard shot, drilled.
The bottom line is it went in the pocket. And Kenny is now up 2-1. What are you pointing at? Oh.
Busted.
What did she do?
I think a little vapage. Hey, when there's cameras on, there's always somebody watching. All right, so Kenny to break, up 2-1 after one bad safety from Connie. Open, huh?
Yep. Looks like it was a dry break there from Kenny. Nice break, but dry. So Connie with an opportunity here to gain some momentum back. in this race to 7,
Yeah, I mean, it could go fast or it could go hill.
or it could go 4 hours.
Right. I really don't think Kenny plays pretty quick, and so does Connie. So I don't see that happening. But
Hey,
you never know.
You never know.
I don't want to jinx it. We will have to get a server over here though to get us some snacks and some beverages and whatnot.
Yeah.
We'll have to catch one of them walking by. I'm going to see real quick who's playing the Knights match for you guys.
Oh, no. Connie had a scratch there.
That's not good.
Oh.
It's definitely not the way you want to roll.
No. I think it's still open. That was her first ball. She was trying to get the stripes in.
Quick shout out to the Mad Apple team playing at the Battle of the Branches, which is the military tournament, veterans tournament over in Oshkosh right now at the Varsity Club. I feel like they were doing pretty good. I don't know where they're at now. I'm not looking at a bracket. But I feel like if I mentioned that earlier, it's worth mentioning again because they're doing a great job out there.
Yeah, no, you did mention something at the beginning, and I think that's
I just
awesome.
realized it. But yeah, it's a good cause. I think it's like a charity event, and the money goes to, I don't want to say the charity name because I don't know it exactly, but I know it goes to a good veteran-based charity.
That's great. That you guys are you guys a main sponsor for that, or just
we used to be?
Okay.
It used to kind of come back and forth between here and there and Sussex Bowl, I think, and for whatever reason, it hasn't been here for a while.
Okay.
But I also can't speak for Kendall.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times he donates silently because he doesn't want to, like he did the same thing for the Ronald McDonald tournament.
Okay.
That was at Varsity Club. It's run by Taylor Collar, and he'll just donate directly.
Sure. No, it's for a wonderful cause, and definitely want to thank you for your service. I mean, that was we should be more focused on giving gratitude to the things that matter.
100%.
And I think that's wonderful that that Varsity Club is putting that on.
And it gives them something to, they can all come together, and they play in different branches. So it's like the Air Force versus the Marines versus the Navy versus the Army. It's exciting.
How cool.
Yeah.
I mean, how cool is that?
Okay, so the Knights. That's going to be Derek Schwartz. May the Schwartz be with you. Versus Doug Liskey. So that'll be interesting. I saw Doug in the chat earlier with the Queens. So that'll be Derek and Doug. And it's scheduled for 4:30, but we'll see if that happens. It might be a little late.
Yeah. Maybe about an hour and a half behind.
I don't know. It depends.
Depending on...
someone can, we got 2-1 in a race to 7. It's pretty easy for someone to just boom, 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 couple of games. Next thing you know, you're on the hill.
Yeah. Yep, you never know how they're going to roll, right?
Okay, Northern said, yeah, he's got the Logitech Mevo start cameras. Oh, yeah. Is that Shelly, too? Shelly Drake, I think, was doing the same camera setup. Did she change the name? I think that's all coming together now.
You have to look up into the sky and be like, oh, it all makes sense now.
Yeah, it's like an epiphany.
Everything
I have
comes
one every once in a while. Oh, that's going to be an issue with the 5-ball. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that pocket's blocked. Yep.
There's a couple of good safeties, though. I mean, you can get behind, maybe shoot the 10 into the 5 and play a safe.
Yeah, or maybe like shoot the 10, put some draw, and try to get the other one to kick out a little bit and get away from that pocket.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, after the 14, of course.
You're right.
So she's got an angle, but not an angle to hide. This has gotten risky now. I don't know what you do here. I mean, you got to get rid of the 5. She's just going to call it. I believe she's calling it through the 5, which you can do. Maybe a little bit of a 2-way. Oh my goodness, she made it.
That was a nice shot.
That was awesome.
No, that's okay because hers went in.
Right.
Right, yeah.
Well, I mean, she hit hers first.
Yeah.
So you can call it in any pocket as long as it goes in and you make a legal hit. Doesn't matter. So that just falls under that.
That
you
was
know?
nice.
Yeah, that's hard to do because you got to hit them perfect, right?
Yep.
Physics-wise, it could go anywhere. So now she's left with the bank. Oh, but she blocked the 3.
It was a bummer. So close.
You know what, though? I'm not feeling too bad about this because
No. I think she's okay.
Kenny can knock this 4 on the side and send the cue ball that way. So maybe he gets lucky. He gets a shot on the 3. He knocks the 10 in. Who knows? Or does he choose to play safe?
It's a tough call. I think he's going to try to put the 4 in.
He's a pretty aggressive player.
Yeah, it looks like he's lining up for it.
Yep. A little bit of draw. You know, he just wants to stun over. There you go. Oh no!
Did it hit by the 8? Oh.
He put bottom right on it, and the right kind of screwed up. Yeah.
Looks like is he gonna try to bank it all the way back down?
Yeah, at this point, you got nothing.
Yeah.
You know, you got to try something. Well, there, just give her ball in hand.
Oh, I was gonna say it didn't look like it even got by the 8, but
I think he's a little frustrated with that one.
Yeah,
because he didn't even put a lot of time into that. Hit it a little hard. So close to breaking that up. And for those that know Kenny, I mean, he never really gets upset. I've never seen him get, angry at a shot, or he doesn't hit his cue on the table like a lot of guys do.
Yeah.
But I do believe that shot was a little bit of aggression. That might be the first.
Mm-hmm. Does he play in league here?
He does.
During the week too?
And he plays in a lot. He used to play in a lot of the tournaments, and when he isn't, he's always on the 9-footer. With his buddies. Okay. And that's got to help you, right?
I was going to say, doesn't it help you to play on a bigger table and then you come back to the 7-footer? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when the 9-footers used to be out here, there used to be 2 of them, and I'd run the tournament, and I'd just play on the 9-foot all day by myself, and I got up really good really quick. But then they got moved into the back, and, can't go back there. You can't see anything.
Now they're just hiding out.
Yeah. So they've been moved again, though. Now they're on this side, so that does open up the, maybe you can at least see the pool hall, if you're working.
Nice leave there for Connie with an opportunity to tie this up 2-2.
Yeah, it was a big shot.
Yep.
Ooh, she hit it hard. Oh. Why'd she hit it so hard?
Yeah, she really did. Like I say, big boy that one in there.
Yeah, I get wanting to let your stroke out, because when you slow roll balls, your arm does weird things, but that was probably maybe
a little too hard.
70% harder. Yeah, maybe a little bit of a stop shot would have been fine.
That's one of the things too, as somebody who's not necessarily there yet for a tournament player, and
you're fine. I don't know why you keep saying that.
It's one of
you just got to start.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You just play.
But just learning the speed of the shots and the draw, and there's just so many. I want to get good at just straight up shots first. Like start with the basics.
Yeah, but it doesn't hurt to pressure yourself. I wouldn't do it all the time, but add a little pressure.
Sure.
And see what happens. Okay, so Connie got a second chance there. Kenny had a bit of a hard 3, but missed it by, 7 inches.
That's a good thing that she came back and capitalized on that one, because now we got ourselves a 2-2 here.
2-2, race to 5.
Race to 7.
Well, it's going to be basically now it's a race.
Yeah, I see. So you are pretty good at math.
Well, basic addition, subtraction, or if somebody owes me money.
Oh, yeah, then we don't forget that number.
It's like 1982. You borrowed $25 from me with interest and inflation. That's now $380, please.
And then, of course, the exact cents, too.
Yeah, well, of course.
$380 and 57.
You could round up.
Yeah.
But I don't want to screw anyone over.
But then you've got to adjust for inflation.
Yeah. There we go. Now you're on it.
See?
Oh yeah, that is. She has the same cameras, but it's not the same company. Okay. Northern Wisconsin Pool Streaming. I'm gonna have to look you up.
Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Well, and they're local, so a lot of these challenge matches are really just based on locals that you've seen at every tournament that you've ever gone to. You know, they're always there. They're at Varsity Club. You know, they're at the Apple. They're at, you know, they're in Beloit. They're in traveling around, playing in everything and anything. Good solid break.
Yep. She looks like she got one in the sash. She made it make a ball.
All the balls are on the the foot half, you know, of the table.
They're
Just
scattered.
the upper,
Yeah.
based on how you're looking at it. But
Yeah.
weird. It's kind of it's different. I haven't seen that before.
How do they all stay back there? Is it like some special force? No.
I don't know, but they're all like they're at least 2 inches apart from each other too. So it's just, you know, that's the thing with pool is that I've been playing and then I took some 20 years off and then I'm playing, but I've never seen this. You know what I mean?
You took 20 years
Yeah.
off? Wow. Oh, my
Well,
goodness.
yeah, kids, man.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
Had to get a real job.
Mhm.
I was never really good at pool.
Really?
Nah.
I did not know that. Pool's a real job. It can be a real job.
It is.
It can be.
Yeah, I mean, but not for me
Yeah.
because I wasn't that good. So, like, I like playing in bowling alleys and bars, you know, and all that. And I thought I was good until you walk into KK Billiards and meet Little John. And all he does is beg you to play for money, and he just runs rack after rack after rack
Yeah.
of 9-ball on you on an 8-foot table.
And you're like, maybe, I don't know about the future in this one.
Yeah. Maybe I should try to use some cue ball control. Like, I was a shooter. I would shoot everything. Bank, maybe, shoot everything. But, you know, it takes time. It wasn't until I came here pre-COVID and found this place, and I was like, okay, let's work on cue ball control. If I hit this ball and I look at the tangent line, and if I hit it with medium speed, I'll have a shot on the next ball.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then you work on that, and maybe you're lucky enough to string a whole rack together with precision, and now you feel like you're getting somewhere.
Sure. It takes time, right?
So some people stay in that shooter phase their whole life. They just hit everything hard.
Oh, like they try to snooker everything in.
Well,
and all
yeah.
this fancy long shot.
Yeah, instead of trying to get close to the next shot, they just take whatever the next shot is. And, I mean, 80% of the time, that's going to fail you.
Sure.
But
yeah,
that's
because you're not planning out your next ball or two.
Right.
You're just taking whatever's available. And that's what I personally need to get better at if I want to.
It takes time.
Doing this.
You know, I would say use a little bit of top, a little bit of bottom, stay away from left and right. Just natural rolls, if possible, like that. You know, he just rolled forward a little bit. Probably a little more than he wanted, you know, to get the 4 in the side.
But it was great speed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like you could have overhit that, right? Or underhit it and been behind the 1.
Yep. Nothing more, nothing less. Right.
So now that was luck, you know. That's where, like, okay, now I got off my line. And now I'm just going to blast into a couple balls and hope I get a shot. And I think he has the 1. But that's the frustrating part about pool.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't. What if the cue ball doesn't go where you want it? And then the whole
Right.
you have to adjust your whole plan on the fly. It's got to be mentally exhausting.
It is. It is.
When you're done with a
Yeah.
tournament for the day, are you just beat? I mean,
Well, if you play well,
or
or if you play somebody that's really good and you finally beat them, you feel like, yeah, like someone just punched you in the back of the head. You know, I guess practice makes it a little more easy, but as soon as you get comfortable, then you start missing dumb stuff, and now you're back to where you started.
Sure.
You start
Ooh.
popping up.
Scratch there from Kenny.
Yeah, it's another opportunity for Connie here to take the lead.
Yeah. It's like, does she have an out here? Let's see. 1, 2, 2. We're pretty well scattered. Does there see any problem balls out there? I don't see.
I
any.
mean, with ball in hand, I mean, you got to attack probably that cluster, you know, the 10, 15.
Yeah. I was going to say the 15 looks like a little bit of an issue.
I kind of like 10 on the side, roll up for the 15, then 9 in the other side. And then that should give you the 14 and the 13, right?
Yep.
I'm just thinking kind of angles, just a little bit of top, no draw, nothing weird. You don't even have to hit a rail. She disagrees.
She can't hear you.
There we go.
Okay.
Now we're talking. Oh. No.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's gonna
careful.
drop.
You bumped that.
She
the
gonna
9
bridge
ball.
over it. Yeah.
Looks a little orange. Got to adjust everything. Yeah, see, now that was dangerous. So instead of just rolling up for the 15, she went one rail. Now really doesn't have a shot. That's ruthless when you just start with ball in hand, right? You should always at least have your second shot with ball in hand. Even if it means just doing a stop shot.
Because you've been given a gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can screw yourself over a little later, but with ball in hand.
Yeah, that was a tough cut shot there. Almost made it.
Block the pocket, though. That's almost as good as winning.
Yeah, Kenny's going to have a tough time with that down there.
Yeah, this is rough for him to win. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, just hoping and praying something bumps into something.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, now you've got nothing.
And he's blocked on the 2, and was that the 5 over there? Yeah, that's... he tried to kick it.
Oh, the 7.
The 7.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, not a bad leave. It forces Connie to have to take her little blocker insurance out, right? You got to get that insurance policy.
Yeah.
Cash it in.
They have an insurance policy for pool?
Yeah, leave a ball in a pocket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the Mike Rozelle insurance policy. He'll block 4 pockets, all the pockets you need to make balls. And you're basically hopeless. Like what you got to basically knock your ball into his and trade.
Yeah.
Otherwise he gets ahead of you. Right? And hopefully you're blocking his ball now. I mean, I'm telling you, it's a whole strategy.
Sure. Doesn't Connie really leave herself?
Well, that was the problem with that. Right?
Yeah.
You got to make that. Now you have no insurance. Well, and she moved his balls away from that pocket anyway. So there you go. Now, if she hangs this, what does she have again?
She's probably going to try to play a safety.
She's going to block the pocket again.
Yep.
So this is a little. Oh, she hit it harder. No scratch. Okay, Kenny's got an opportunity here. If you're not feeling it, though, this isn't easy. I mean.
No, he's got to get the 7 first, doesn't he?
I'm not sure what he's going to shoot. If he shoots the 2.
Oh, then he can come back for the 7.
He might be able to stop it. Yeah. Right.
Okay.
That would probably be my thing. Because if you shoot the 7, you're going away from the balls.
Yep.
But it's hard to see the angles from here. Okay,
Ooh.
so he punched it. Did you see a little body movement there?
Yeah, I did.
He kind of like rode into it.
Mm-hmm.
That's unlike him.
Did not have to hit it that hard for sure.
But look, he got lucky. The 9 and the 14 are now unmakeable anywhere on the table. I mean, unless you get short side on the 9, to shoot it in the upper left. But I mean, that's hard.
I'm feeling a safety in the future.
Yeah.
If Connie can get the shot here.
She might even play the safety now. I don't.
Yeah.
It's tough.
She's trying to figure out how to make it and get the angle to kick those out to break that up, right?
Well, in a perfect world, you make the 13,
Yep.
and you come around and you want to get to the top of the table so you can maybe shoot the 14 stop shot and lock them on the 9.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That would be just a lock-up safe. But
we got the safety sooner than we thought.
yeah, I mean, because the 13 was hard.
That's a tough shot.
Yeah, to come around the table like that, you got to be pretty confident to make it.
Yep.
So she didn't really help herself with those balls. The 9 is in a really I hate when a ball's in that position.
Right up against the rail.
On the rail,
Yeah.
almost
frozen.
by the side. For some reason, I mean, a lot of people miss more of those than any shot.
Yeah, you got to hit it perfect.
Right.
It's coming off the rail, right?
Got to come down rail. Yeah, and I mean, unless she can get ball in hand or something, then she'll shoot the 14-9. So ball's in Kenny's court here. I mean, he can do this.
And see if he can adjust his speed a little bit here and get this 2 in.
Drills it.
You still hit it pretty hard, but I think it went in there. That was nice shot.
Yeah, I mean, a little less speed, he would have been maybe on the right side of the 7 or straight. Now he's got to flirt with that 13, which is going to really mess up, the ability. Oh, okay. He's like, I'm not even going to do it. He's going to bank the 7, draw it back for the 8, or looks like draw. Yep.
Oh, that was a nice shot.
Wow.
Can you play that again?
We're going to put that on the
Ooh.
replay reel one way or another.
Should we do it after he's done shooting here? Because he's on the 8
Well, yeah,
ball?
'cause
yeah. Let's wait till he's
Chances
done.
are that this is the Pegasus effect. And I'll tell you what that means. Hey, you
There
made
we
it.
go.
No Pegasus.
Guys. And he goes up 3 games to 2. Let's check out that bank shot.
So the Pegasus is you make a really, really good shot, and then you're kind of amped up and you miss your next one.
Oh, you don't want to miss that 8 ball. After next shot.
Right, after all that.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, how do you follow that up? Well, you make the 8 ball.
So a pro at one point in time mentioned something like this, and I don't remember who. But they said, that shot was for the crowd. This shot's for me. And you got to basically walk around the table, take a deep breath, like it was any other normal, easy shot. You don't just jump right to it, because he almost missed that 8. I mean, he was right on the edge of missing that.
Like
No offense to Kenny, but yeah, he was pumped up, right?
Right, yeah, your adrenaline's going after making a really nice bank shot.
So Kenny to break.
Hey, I like that angle. That's a cool camera angle.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like the lighting is just
Yeah.
perfect for a pool hall. I mean, if you look at you got the table in the middle with the LED light, arena light, and you got the bleachers going all the way around.
Sure.
Most everybody is on the other side of the room playing in the tournament.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, the Mad Apple does have an 8-ball mini tournament every Sunday at 1 p.m. So you come on out, give it a whirl. I believe it's $10 to play if you don't have a Fargo rate. If you're just starting.
Well, if you don't have a Fargo, you're automatically a 500.
You automatically have 500?
So that's $20.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because
So
you
it's
can't have
fine.
road players coming in stealing the.
Okay.
Now, if you know them, if you know their ability, things can be adjusted. But if they just come in, like Alvin, for example, he was complaining a little bit. I made him a 500 because he's been playing really good. Look at those shots. He makes a shot. He breaks up the balls. We're looking at it. Yeah, and he's like, I don't know if I'm a 500. And I'm like, well, I've seen you beat Damon, and you're a good player, so we're going to start you in the middle.
Okay. What did you put him at?
500.
You put him at a 500?
That's the original. Well, I don't get to pick his number. Fargo does.
Oh, the system does.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we start him at 500 for the tiered entry.
Sure.
And that just helps us figure out how much to charge someone because there's no handicap. It's just tiered entry for the weeklies.
Okay, so he was 20 to get in though.
20 to get in, which he should be. I feel like he's a strong 450 to 500. Now, after this tournament, he'll go into Fargo, and they'll give him a preliminary rating. Maybe it'll be 400. Maybe it'll be 380.
Sure.
No longer do I make that guess anymore.
Okay.
So
Well, that's
that
pretty
first
cool.
tournament, though, you gotta kind of man up.
Yeah, you gotta have some place to start.
Right. Natasha started me at a 550. Man, she didn't know me at all.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, because I was that was when there was a handicap, so I was giving people games that were beating me, like 3-0,
Oh.
and I had to go to 4.
Oh boy.
So eventually you lose a few of those, and your Fargo starts to adjust. I went down to 400, and now I'm back up to almost 500.
Sure. Well, that's a really great explanation for those of you watching who don't really quite understand the Fargo rate.
I hope
but
so.
No, that's really good because like I said, I'm thinking about playing in a couple weeks here on a Sunday just for fun. I'll probably get matched up against Damon right away.
Yeah, that usually happens. But you know what? Play him hard and see if you can beat him.
Hey,
That's all you can
don't
do.
know until you try.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't give it to him.
No, I mean, I want to have fun. That's the main thing. But it would be nice to maybe win him a game or two.
Yeah, once you get to this level, pool is no longer fun. It's all competition. And I mean that in joke.
Do explain.
Yeah.
Because now I don't know if I want to play. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, it's like this. You go out and you play frisbee golf,
Okay.
right? You
Yep.
never played before. You're having a whole lot of fun. You borrowed your buddies, discs. You're having a great time, right?
I'm
Choose some
with you.
candy, drink a beer, whatever it takes. Have a great time. It is now fun.
Mhm.
Now you start practicing. And you start getting down on yourself for not getting that putt or that distance or the throw right. And next thing you know, you're breaking cues.
That escalated really quickly. I don't know, man.
Now I'm not saying that happens to you.
No.
But
It depends on the person, you
Yeah.
know, the personality too. And yeah, I think that makes sense though.
I
understand
don't know.
what you're
I think
saying.
it's everybody.
Yeah.
If you take something seriously, it becomes serious.
Well, absolutely. I think it all depends on like your approach to the game and what type of player you
That's
are.
true. That's true.
But I know a lot of the people who play here have been playing for a long time and they take it very seriously. And
oh yeah,
I love it though. Like to be passionate about something
it's like
it's
golf.
great to watch. I love it. It's awesome.
There's a lot of guys out there. Like if I play golf, I would have fun. I would never ever want to be good. I just maybe want to be average.
Yeah, you just want to be able to hit the ball straight.
Yeah, and just maybe have fun being outside. But when does it change to I need $5,000 in clubs? I need to get I need to get a pro to train me, and now I'm mad because I didn't hit that right.
Yeah, like how many of those guys and girls are still having fun anymore at that level?
That's what I'm saying. Once you get to the pro level, it's business.
It's
man.
all business. Yeah,
There's only a few players that have fun. Sky Woodward, one of my favorite players, seems to always keep positive.
Mm-hmm.
And Naoki Yoi from Japan. Those two players, hands down, seem to be pros and still have fun.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah, I can't say everyone. I don't want to say everyone.
Right. You're gonna have to write those names down for me. I'll have to check them out.
Oh man, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
They're both characters and they're fun to watch and they're positive.
Mm-hmm.
Sky Woodward, he plays on the Mosconi Cup, so you'll see him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Now I've seen him be like a little angry because something ain't going his way, but I mean, still, just kind of the positivity that comes from him is unbelievable. He's not breaking cues. He's not yelling at the crowd. He's not, that's the kind of player I would say is a good role model.
Yeah, you got to be able to control your emotions, and yeah, everybody gets frustrated, but tomorrow's another day. The pool tables aren't going anywhere. The ball,
Right.
I mean, yeah, it sucks, but
Well,
like you said, you have your good days and you have your bad days. But
there's another little tweak to that. There's players that can control their emotions, but they're robots. They just sit in the chair with no emotion. Miss.
very stoic.
Yeah, and that is a great way to start.
I've noticed that watching like SVB play.
Well, SVB is more animated than some.
Yeah, I know, but like I've just seen he
yeah.
just sits there like stone face, like
He's got the pouty lip.
Yeah.
He's got his own thing going on. But like Albin Ocean, I mean, that guy, he could win a world championship and not smile.
Sure.
And if he misses, he sits down, maybe one look up a little, but that's it. He's a robot.
Yeah.
But Sky Woodward, Naoki Oi, they wear their emotions. Alex Pagalion's another one. They're just a little more relatable.
Sure.
I guess.
Sure.
I don't know. Maybe if anyone in the audience, wants to add anything to that, you know what I'm saying.
I feel like it's a great thing to talk about just in general for the game, because I mean it's tough. I mean, if you're not having a good day, I mean it's tough to control your emotions with other things sometimes too.
It's really tough. Yeah, I mean, who knows?
But yeah, I think it's a great conversation.
Maybe your cat just peed on your rug and now you got to come play pool and you're like,
I don't have time to clean it up. Why didn't you go in the litter box?
Yeah. Well, this is we got an issue with the overhead. See?
Yeah, I do see it now. Yeah, because I was going to say something before.
Oh man! So we're gonna have to contact him again. This ain't looking good. I'm not gonna name him by name again, but we did get him returned to us, and they're supposed to be working. So
we'll get it figured out.
Well, for the price of the cameras, they damn well better.
Yeah. Kenny with an opportunity. Oh, he tried to bank that one there. But looks like Connie's going to have an opportunity here to get out. There's a little bit of an issue, though, with the 5 and the 8. You see where that 5's sitting?
Yeah, that's going to be tricky. Oh, here, let me switch it to a better view. I'm sorry, I was trying to fix the camera. Go rack view. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Nailed it all the way around the table.
Oh, did she leave herself a shot inside?
I think so. I think that's about as beautiful as
Look
it could be.
at
That was
cue ball
unbelievable.
position. Nice shot by Connie.
I'll get the overhead refreshed.
Very good chance here to go 3-3 in this Jester's match. Oh, and she left herself really decent on the 8 ball, it looks like. Can't tell if she was happy about that.
It's a little tough though.
Oh, it's a tough shot. She's got to really cut it.
You just don't want to scratch.
Yeah.
That is the main goal here. There, overhead will be back soon. Maybe we'll slide over.
She hit it. Nice shot to finish that one out by Connie. We're 3-3.
Oh, and sorry if the transition got in the way there, but she got it.
She did. Nice shot by Connie. 3-3. We got ourselves a wonderful match here this afternoon for the
This is going to go hill.
I bet it very well may go hill. We never know.
Here we'll give you some ambiance there. You can see Kenny. He's is he frustrated with himself? Maybe I saw a little bit there. Yeah.
It looks like he was talking to himself, trying to pep himself up a little bit.
Why'd you do that? Why'd you miss? You know how to make that.
Yeah.
I overhit it.
It's kind of a funny story. The last time I was in here, Ray, apparently you guys have a secret booth behind here.
Yeah, there's like a
third
little
mic.
office. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sitting where you are, and I believe Sean was in here with me.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like, he must have his own soundbite. That he played a soundbite or something. And
well, he can't play from back there.
Or something happened. And
that
all
was
of a sudden,
probably
like,
him.
Yeah, I'm like, all of a sudden, Ray's back there commentating with us. I'm like, where are you? And then like a week ago or a week or two ago, I got a tour, or Mason was kind of walking me around, and I saw that room back there.
Yeah.
Just like a tiny little room with the monitor and the microphone. I thought that was pretty cool.
It's kind of the producer's booth. So that used to be over there to your right, and there used to be a little nook over there.
Oh, okay.
And you would just kind of hunch into this little box and just kind of, produce, right? But then Kendall was like, we got this open area, and he drilled a hole in 8 layers of cement and ran some wires. I don't know how he does it. And yeah, now we got another booth back there. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it basically mirrors this.
Oh yeah,
so
I've
can
been
do
back
the
there.
same thing.
Oh yeah. I'd probably rather be in here though. I mean, it's a little tight in here, but it's still
not bad though.
I think I like how it's laid out in here. But
if you kick your feet up on the wall and push your chair to the back,
oh, there we go.
Yeah,
leg room.
I'm telling you, man, that's the secret is there. But then you got to move your mic, right?
So it's like you go from economy to business class
instantly.
Yeah. Look at that instant transformation.
One would almost say first class.
First class.
I mean, with your legs up.
First class, we got to be lie flat in first class.
Yeah, we need snacks.
We need the fancy snacks, not the food. Peanuts. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me something. Oh, there she is. Maybe I'll flag her down.
Oh my gosh.
We'll get some Parmesan chips or something. No, I can't eat that. I'm trying to lose some weight.
Yeah, me too. I'm trying to do better. It's tough though. Like I try to cut out like bread and some of like the carbs and sugars, but it's really tough. I find especially in the evening.
Oh, for sure.
Like the night snacking.
Yeah.
Like when you're just chilling for the last couple hours before bed and you're like, I think I'm just gonna get up and grab some.
Have a bag of Sun chips.
Or like popcorn.
Right. Well, popcorn can be healthy if you don't put any butter or salt on it.
Actually, yeah, popcorn's a pretty decent snack for you, I guess. You're right.
That's so back. I used to work for Outlook Group, which is a production thing in the area, and they had a weight loss challenge, and our team won. And that's it. It's all about smaller meals, proteins, and then that snack is just like popcorn.
Yeah, no, that's
popcorn or cauliflower or something, but
lots of fruits and vegetables and portion sizes huge.
Then COVID came.
Yep.
And now I'm working on my COVID 40.
Yeah. Oh, all that time in the house.
Yeah,
Crazy.
they tell you, and I don't want to go too far, but they tell you to stock up on food. It's the end of the world. And by the way, your gym just got closed.
No, that was toilet paper. You needed to stock up on toilet paper.
I mean, how do you not? So there's two types of people.
Mhm.
I've learned this. There was people that stayed home and worked out like Rambo,
Yeah, jealous.
like Rocky every day
Yeah,
at
dun,
home.
dun, 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 dun,
And then there's
dun,
people like me
dun, dun, dun,
who was like,
dun,
I kind of
dun,
like
dun.
not going to the gym. Let's see how many years I can do this. It's been 3. So
Can you believe it's been 3 years since that?
it might even be 4.
Almost 4.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I think at first it was really cool because you're like, man, I can like work from home and like, well, for me I could, and then like after a while you realize you're like,
The
this
traffic
is
was better.
yeah, this is so much time in the house.
Yeah, like the family members are
I'm
like, tired of each
oh.
other. It's like,
But it was really cool though because I did get to spend a lot of time with Damon.
yeah.
And that was huge.
And he was younger, and you really have to at that age because
That's
I mean, think
it's
about what they
huge.
went through.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, gee, we probably should envelope ourselves. That's a topic change. So we call it envelope.
Hmm.
And if I'm ever talking about something, you can just say envelope,
Oh,
and I'll be like, okay, I got it.
nice.
I don't think anyone disagrees, but it's definitely not something that's fun with pool.
Right.
So we got the overhead working again.
Yeah. Look, it's nice and smooth again. Did you just reset it?
Yeah,
On the-
like
on
it
the thing.
disappears off everything, but I still have the ability to go into the back end, and I don't know, it's frustrating. I think they just sent us the same cameras back. It's like I send them the cameras, they send the same ones back. Like how did
I just keep working with them until it gets right.
I
Be like,
guess,
"Did
man,
you
I got a
send me
short fuse,
refurbished
man. I
camera?"
mean,
like what?
like how many times can you offer to
Like warranty? I mean, something.
yeah, I don't
No,
know.
no.
We'll see.
You
We'll
have
see.
that right as a customer.
Yeah. Yeah, we were really trying to hook up with them for the Connecticut, because how many people ask us what cameras we use?
That was so cool that you guys did that.
That was fun.
oh,
It's a memory. That's a permanent memory.
That is
Stress,
awesome.
stress, and whatever, because it took work to get it done, right? But all that aside, looking back, it was a good time, and I'm glad it worked.
that had to have been an awesome experience. I remember seeing a lot of photos of you guys like on the plane, and it looked like you guys were just having like a really nice trip.
We
and-
tried, yeah.
Yeah.
So it could have gone one of two ways. Now, if it failed, I would not have had any fun. I would not be saying it was a good time.
Well, right.
There's a lot of pressure. So the fact that it went 80% well, with a few glitches, I mean,
And the reality
Awesome,
too is like
you know?
you are working, so there's going
Right.
to be things where like, yeah, work isn't fun, but there's a lot of moving parts to that, especially since you guys were the main sponsor for that, weren't you?
we weren't the main sponsor. We were just the only streamer.
The only streamer. So
the
there's,
sponsor was Q's.
but you were like the main streaming platform.
Yeah.
So like that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, and
You
Matchroom was there.
Oh, okay.
And Matchroom's like the Moscone Cup, the U.S. Open.
Yep.
They got their executives there. They're like, hey, we want you to stream on our channel.
Yeah. So you can't have an overhead camera freezing.
Yeah.
This is not the time.
Yeah.
Not the right time.
And it did
Yeah.
a couple of times at the end. Oh, it was a little bit of stress.
Well, let's see. We just had somebody chime in here. It looks like it's JJ, rooting for Connie.
Yeah,
So-
JJ's here.
Where is he?
Mayday. I think that's the same JJ. Unless, is he already out of the tournament?
I don't know. Is he trying to trick us? He's trying to get us to look around, isn't he? Look at this.
I think that's him over there sitting there eating behind.
How is he?
Yeah, see if he
yeah,
can-
is he?
I think, yeah. JJ, if that's you, man, turn around and wave.
Is that him?
It'll take him a little bit. Yeah, it
Yeah.
might be. Yep, that's definitely. I mean, I don't know if it's the same one. There's a couple of JJs. There's like 3 or 4 of them in the area. I don't know. Anyway,
Well, back to the action.
yeah.
Here. Connie. Okay, she's got stripes. Let's see if she can get out of this.
We try to kill the time a little bit in between
Oh.
slower games. This one though, I think this might be Kenny's chance to regain the power.
Yeah, he's gonna have a tough shot on that one though. This is all the way down. He's got to.
Yeah, but this, you roll this in and you got shape on the 8. I'm not afraid of this. You make
No.
this, you win. You don't have to do anything crazy. You just roll it in.
Yep.
There he is. There he is. There he is. Rolls it in.
Just
Doesn't scratch.
like that.
Perfect. That was a beautiful shot, Kenny.
Like you were speaking to him through the booth.
Well, I kind of have to. How many is he going to give away? All right, there we go.
All right. Kenny taking the lead again, 4-3. This is a good match we got going on here. I think you are right. It's going to go hill.
Yeah, Connie is not going to let up. You can see she is passionate. She is.
Look at her.
Yeah.
She's in there.
She's zoning. Let's see if we can get her. Oh, here we can get her. Here we go. This is the Connie cam.
Yeah, look at, she's got a finger up. 2. Look at, she's talking to her.
Oh. If she doesn't count, she explodes. Is that like a stress?
I don't know, but it's
2, 3.
We're going to talk about it next week. Ready?
2, 3. Breathe.
There's something about meditation, though. I do guided.
really
I do
is.
guided meditations. Do you ever try that?
I should.
It really
because
helps kind of get me centered again if I'm having like a really stressful day.
Yeah, I probably should.
It does definitely.
I do
help.
kind of like build myself up. Everything is relative, right?
Yeah.
You're having a bad day, but there's someone somewhere else having a way worse day than you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's usually what does it for me.
Mm-hmm.
But no, maybe I should talk to you about that because pool too. I don't know if you talk to any of the better pool players. It comes down to like breathing and stuff.
Yeah, and that's huge. Like, what do you know anything like some of like the professionals do like to calm themselves?
They
in
just
between
breathe.
matches, just breathing.
Yeah, I mean,
do they have like any other hobbies in between matches? Do you know?
I don't know. I mean, Shane just plays. He's
like,
just always practicing. Some guys maybe go have a steak. I mean, it's probably different for all of them.
Or like I've noticed like people here will play cards in between. That's that's cool.
I mean, we've always got cool stuff going on around here.
Yeah, you could like do some reading even or something, It
wouldn't be a bad idea, but I think like if you're in a match and you just missed a shot or you're stressed, I think it comes down to breathing. So you get up to the table. A lot of people hold their breath or they breathe shallow.
Oh, you're supposed to take a breath before every shot, right?
Or I mean, just think about it. If you're just doing a short breath, your body's in panic mode.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna do anything. You're not gonna win. It's just not gonna work. So if you learn to breathe, give that oxygen to your muscles and let your brain do what it's supposed to do, you're gonna have a better chance at winning.
No,
I don't have any secrets on that because I haven't figured it out. But I know it's there.
Yeah, no, that's very valid.
You could talk to, I would probably talk to some pros. They might not even know.
Well, that's like one thing, like with Damon doing tournaments, we've been to like, like to the ballroom or whatever. And
right.
That's a pretty cool place too. But one thing I noticed, like just the wait times in between sometimes are very long. It can be very brutal. So we're like, well, what do you do to fill time? Well, Damon can just play on a table and
if there's an open table.
If there's an open table, but like
which there usually isn't.
But for like parents too, or like younger children, it's like, well, what can you do in between? You can talk to each other, but there's got to be something.
I think pool needs to get bigger. So like, I took my son to basketball, for junior high and high school, and we'd get carted all over the place, and we wouldn't know what to do. So what do? You talk to other parents. We actually did play a little cribbage a couple of times. It's a long day. You travel 2 hours to get to the tournament. You sit there,
Well, yeah, it's like a full on. Yeah, because when we did the tournament that day, we left at about 7:30 in the morning. We got back about 2:30 a.m.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a long day. It was fun. I'm not
brutal.
complaining, but I'm just saying it's
for the parents. They just don't have the outlet yet. I think for high school sports, you have things to do.
Mm-hmm.
You could go out, grab something to eat. You can talk to other parents. Pool isn't there yet. We're trying, right? Imagine 12 juniors, 12 sets of parents. Now they can work together and maybe come up with some activities for the kids and do things and like make it a little more fun.
You know what? That's a great. I think we might be onto something here, Chris.
Well, think about it. That's how the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, it's all volunteer. All that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You need parents' involvement to do something like that.
That was like one of the toughest things for me to get used to when Damon started getting very serious about the game. But now I'm used to it. Now I'm just like, oh, I know where I'm going to be somewhere all day. No big deal.
Yeah, just
But
sitting in a chair. We found something for you to do.
Yeah, I know. I'm up here. Well, this is great. See, this is constructive, though. I love doing stuff like this.
It really helps us out, too,
It's
with Pat
fun.
being at the Veterans Tournament, too, because I don't know who I'd be in here with. Connie's playing. Kendall definitely didn't want to stay. He's had a long week. You know, I mean, he would, and I don't want to speak for him, but, I mean, who doesn't want to go home, right? Once in a while.
Exactly.
That's
like
all I'm saying, you know?
Oh, I totally understand. He's
Yeah.
probably not home that much.
No,
So,
I feel like
I totally get that. I mean, that's, yeah.
the stream is probably like the last straw, you know, for Kim, his wife. Like, come on. You put in 240 hours already, and now you're going to sit in the booth all Sunday?
Yeah.
I feel for him.
I
See,
mean,
my
you-
wife's, on the other hand, she tells me to leave.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've been
Okay.
married for 23 years. Our
Okay.
kids are all above 18. Now it's like, you know, I'm sitting there trying to have a conversation, and she's like, your anxiety, you know, why don't you go find a hobby? Go do something.
And then
You'll be there.
dun, 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 pool. Guess what?
Yeah.
Pool.
Then I win a state tournament, and now I'm in the booth every Sunday. And
Yeah.
now she's like, when are you going to come home?
And you're like, you told me to go. Now look at.
Oh, shoot.
Will she listen? Is she listening?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
She does not like when I put pool on TV.
Oh, okay. We don't want to get you in trouble. So
No, I'm fine. No, we're cool. Like, we've been married for a long time. There's very little that can, you know, it's just one of those things. We're almost empty nesters.
Oh yeah, because your kids are not really kiddos anymore, and they're
Right.
not kids.
Yep.
So.
Son's getting married in January. My daughter's 19.
Oh.
She's still living with us, and we're just helping her out. You know, making sure she's in school. And
That's awesome.
I mean, why pay rent? You know, is my motto.
oh,
if you're in
especially
school.
now.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice shot, Connie.
So look, we're at 4-4 now.
Look at that.
We got ourselves a good match here.
We really do.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of like rent and the market, it's really tough right now. I mean, I'm renting right now, but it's very.
You can still find. So, like, I'm just going to say Mike. Mike found a place, and I was really impressed with the price. It was like somewhere in the 700s. And it was a nice place. I mean, overlooking, you know, but you got to be willing to go, like, kind of out, you know, out a little bit. You know?
Oh, sure.
And, but yeah, I don't know, kids, Oshkosh. I don't know, my daughter hangs out with a lot of them, and I guess, you know, I'm sure you can find one of those beat up houses for like $200-300 each a month. You know what I mean? And then have your little adventure, you know, where you go to Woodman's at 2 a.m., you know, all that shit. You know, you got to go through that stuff, right?
Yeah. Fix something or whatever, some major repair.
I mean, right now she doesn't have student loans, so we're trying to help.
Oh,
you
that's
know?
nice.
Yeah, I mean, if she wants to get, and that's the thing, I didn't pay off my student loans till I was in my 30s.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it took me forever.
Yeah, it does take a while.
So I didn't want to do that to her if we could. And
Yeah.
Mark West actually hooked us up with a RAV4. He's over there, table 5. Thanks,
Yeah,
Mark.
Yeah.
Good price.
With a RAV. Nice Toyotas are nice.
Yeah, it's a nice car. He thought he was giving it to his niece, so he ended up like putting new tires and putting the brakes on. And then all of a sudden he's like, they didn't want it. And I'm like, are they crazy?
Well, that worked out. for
Yeah.
you.
Well, because, the crazy thing is, long story short, he put that on Facebook and I was like, I want it.
Okay.
I didn't hesitate. And he came back and said, oh, I'm pulling back a little bit. I might have to give this to a family member. So I'm going to go get it fixed, brakes and tires and cleaned. And then he calls me back 3 weeks later. He's like, you know what? You were the first person that asked me. And I was like a little pissed that he took it away from me, right? Because, I mean, but family. And then he's like, he took a little off the price and it had new brakes on it now. And now we're, honestly, I hope that car lasts her another 4 or 5 years. Thank you, Mark West.
Hey,
If you ever watched this.
yeah, that's awesome. I've recently had more of an opportunity to chat with Mark too, and I like
awesome.
Mark. I think he's a really nice guy. He's shown me a few things on the table, and
He's not senile
just-
just yet.
no,
Yeah,
I
well-
definitely won't peg him as that.
Just kidding, Mark.
But yeah,
Just
no, you
kidding.
never know.
Yeah.
No,
he's doing
awesome.
great.
He's really nice to Damon, and most, like I said, most people here are very nice to him as well, and that's been refreshing.
Well, and Mark plays hard. So, like, if
Mhm.
you need to find somebody to spar with, it's the older guys.
Well, the first thing when I got here today is like I was just kind of, I got here at the end of the junior league, and he's like, "Want to play?" I'm like, "Sure, why not?" Like, I know I'm probably not going to beat him.
So what?
What I don't care.
You're gonna
like
learn.
I can learn a couple things,
Right. That's what it's all about.
Right.
You know.
I mean, Mark plays a lot. He does league here.
Well, and
It's
he
like-
doesn't play slow, and he doesn't shark. He sits quietly in his chair. He is a perfect sparring partner.
Yeah.
You can't say that about everybody. They disappear, they come back, they go outside, they smoke, and you're like, I just want to play. Like, are we gonna play? I don't want to hear good shot after every shot I make. Just
Right.
sit there quietly,
Exactly.
until it's
Yeah.
your turn.
Yep. Like you, he can read people really well. The social
He is.
cues, right?
He is.
Social
Yeah, I
cues.
believe so. I can't say I have all that. I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I
try.
don't know you well enough yet, but we'll get
I've done
there.
a lot of customer service.
Oh,
So,
really?
I
Okay.
mean, you pick up on stuff.
Sure.
You're telling someone a story and they don't look interested.
Then you just stop talking.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, moving
Yeah.
along now.
How's the weather? All right, see you later, buddy.
Now that's the ultimate small talk.
Yeah.
When somebody says that, I'm like, I know they're resorting to like they're
Yeah.
really getting desperate.
It's
Yeah,
awkward.
Oh,
man.
it's really windy today. Oh,
That's funny.
okay.
We're gonna turn this into a podcast.
Actually, I won't mind starting a podcast. I'm not sure what I'd talk about, but I have to think about it. Maybe we can start a podcast.
I don't know.
Are there any pool? There's got to be podcasts on pool.
There's a lot. Cue It Up, one of our sponsors, out of Madison. That's Nate Mindom. I don't know. You probably met him, and he also trains. So eventually, you're gonna run into him. With your adventure with Damon. Real nice guy, Nate Mindom. So remember that
Okay.
name. Cue It Up podcast. He started something pretty big, and then I think it kind of like he settled down on it a little bit. I haven't seen a lot of advertisements. I haven't seen a lot going on, but there's things being picked up. I think what is it? Emily Fraser from Matchroom is doing a podcast, and she has the ultimate power because they're Matchroom. So if you start a podcast at that level and you only have just the best pros telling stories about their life, it's got nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, that's awesome. I feel
Yeah.
like it's just like on the beginning stages of something that's gonna be really. I obviously with pool, I think it would make more sense to do like the videos so you can see.
And they're both.
yeah,
They're
it's-
YouTube.
So they definitely need to have like a visual.
But I
like,
think that's what podcasts have turned into now. Have you seen Joe Rogan? It's a podcast, but if you go to Spotify, you can watch it.
yes,
So it's like
because video is huge.
it's so much.
right?
Yeah, you like to see the faces and
Yeah, because otherwise, like, it's a lot more difficult to illustrate your point. If you're just doing audio about pool, it's like, well, what can you do? It turns more into like just like literally scores or like so and so
complaining about
person,
Fargo
or you should
yeah,
get this cue or this equipment or this new brand or sponsorships. Yeah, that's why a lot of those reels are really popular right now.
They're short.
The shorts
Yeah.
and the reels, like Damon watches a ton of those, and he learns a lot from
We
them.
could probably, I know Kyle Drake, one of the guys who was commentating before, he brought that up. So credit
Really?
due. He said we
Yeah.
should do more like short little clips, which
Yes.
is the what is
The
that?
reels.
Yeah, the reels on
So-
Facebook, but
so-
they're Instagram and
So
I'm too old to remember. What is
no.
that?
So on YouTube they're called shorts.
Oh yeah,
On Facebook it's reels.
right. And it all stems
Instagram, I think
from
is reels as well.
yeah, because Facebook
is
owns Instagram.
Instagram.
Right.
Did we get that right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting older, and we even got that right.
But we
That's what-
still don't remember the name of the Chinese one that steals all our data.
TikTok.
Yeah. So TikTok is where it all started.
Yeah.
The shorts. Well, let's go back. I mean, but
But not
nobody wants to go.
everybody
Like
has
Vine. Remember
them.
Vine?
Oh,
Vine
yeah.
was good. Yeah. All right. There's our podcast, guys.
Right.
Is anybody interested? We lost 2 viewers. No, just kidding.
We're on the forefront here or something.
I guess we could
Yeah.
talk about pool. We're probably.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not enough. You guys know what's going on.
I mean, you guys could do reels and do like
That's
instructional
what
reels.
Kyle recommended,
Yeah,
and
like
we
how-
have a really nice 4K camera, but I don't know. Nobody ever really wants to sit down and do it. I've tried to get Mason to do it a little bit.
I feel like that would be very successful for you guys because reels are very popular.
Little
Those-
short clips
because nobody
Yeah.
has long attention spans
Right.
anymore. Like anything that's long format just doesn't seem to do.
Well, that's
as
why our
well.
highlight reels do well.
Yeah,
because
they're short.
This is a 3-hour match. The Queens was 4-hour.
Yeah.
Not many people can stay and watch that.
No.
So the highlights are only a half hour, and they cover the Queens, Jesters, and Knights. Now, I've been pushing for the guys to maybe do a highlight, hit the button when they make the 8.
Yeah.
So you get a little, it's not always a good shot. It's just a little bit of completion to the,
Sure.
it is what it is.
That's what I was going to ask you too. Is do you guys stream live on Facebook as well?
We used to, but Facebook has not treated us very well.
Oh, okay.
We used to stream. They banned us.
What?
Yeah, they said you can't make money and stream on Facebook without giving us some of it.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, do you realize this is for the juniors? I mean, we're not making money. Like,
this is for the
more is
yeah.
going out than coming in Kendall's accounting book.
Yeah. Because I feel
Let's be
yeah.
honest here.
Because I feel like Facebook Live is a bigger audience for you guys than
It
the
is,
YouTube.
but when you monetize YouTube,
yeah.
then Facebook does nothing, and people go to Facebook and they don't go to YouTube, and now you're not getting any of the pennies and stuff for the juniors.
Sure.
So
Oh, yeah, it's always something, right?
we could stream these though, because these aren't monetized.
I think
It's not a
something-
bad idea.
I think it's something to think about. For
Just
the
dual
future.
stream,
dual
YouTube,
stream with
Facebook,
YouTube and
push
Facebook.
it. Yeah,
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, we should do that.
You got nothing to lose, man.
No, what do they do? They're going to ban our page.
The worst thing they're gonna do is tell you can't. So
When they don't tell you anything because
Yeah.
it's all automated.
mhm.
We got
Oh,
our
yeah.
stuff banned. I had no one to call. I'm like, you realize it took me 5 years to build that?
Who you gonna call?
Yeah, you got nobody.
I got
So then they say, well, if you get the if you get the what is it, the authenticated user, you pay the $15 a month,
okay.
you get better support.
Oh sure.
I've still not gotten an answer from them.
Yeah, you know how many people are paying $15 a month for nothing?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna turn it off
Yeah.
because I thought I could maybe get some questions answered and talk to somebody.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so I'm telling you, that's the answer for Facebook.
yeah.
It's been a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's like the
unfortunate,
worst
though.
service.
Because it's probably
on
like
the
your
planet.
biggest audience. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't hold back. They don't help us with anything. Here we go. Oh, no. We hit the bull. We're going to hit a replay on that one because,
I think you'll have time to play it now.
oh, yeah.
If you can.
Good call.
Yeah.
Nope.
No,
See,
you
Connie's
don't.
up
No, you
already.
don't.
Timing's tough.
Yeah, let's see. We'll replay it when we're done.
This is the key. Get shape on the 7.
Did she bring it back out
I-
enough?
I think she was trying to get on the left side of it, but,
This isn't be a tough shot. Can she get it on the side?
well, looking at the overhead, I mean, you can see the angle.
Yeah.
It's tough to get it in the side. You're going to have to let the cue ball fly.
And
Corner's
then-
probably a safer shot. She is going corner,
Okay.
which will give her a shot on the 8 either way. Right? Okay, she hit it hard.
Oh.
She still made it,
But
but
she left Kenny in it's like a gimme here, right?
yeah, this is why we tell them to not concede. So Kenny still has to shoot this, even though Connie probably just wants to knock
about
that 8
this
off
one.
the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Kenny going up 5-4. That's gonna be a tough one for Connie.
Yeah, that's a
Dropped a
tough
tough
one
one.
because she played great. One bad leave on the 7. I think that's a shot that we should all practice because she had the ball in the corner. How do you get position on the 7? Do it 100 times.
Yeah, I was gonna say even on the overhead, I'm like that is gonna be a tough cut shot.
Well, I mean the thing that's frustrating though is that she had the run, right? 2 balls were in pockets, 1 ball's in the middle of the table,
Mm-hmm.
right? How do you not get out there? The
Yeah.
funny thing is it happens to me every time I play. You overthink it.
Yeah, look at this replay. Boop, right off the
Yeah.
side pocket there. Oh.
That's brutal.
Now, if that would have went into the wrong pocket, the 8-ball would have been replaced, correct?
No,
Or he would
would've
have lost. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been the best thing for Connie. Because a lot of times it does hit that point and then
goes straight
yeah,
down.
I don't know how, but everybody who's played pool has seen that.
You said it's physics.
Yeah, I don't know if it is anymore. Not when you talk about the side points, though, because, yeah. Hey, Randy Parlick. He says, hey, guys, how's it going? It's going pretty good, Randy.
I'm doing awesome today. Like I said, last week we were under the weather, but this week I've noticed a lot of improvement, so I'm grateful to be back in action up here. It's been fun, so thank you for tuning in, Randy.
Randy, one of the old school fans. I
See?
gotta adjust the white balance on this camera too. See, there's always something to do.
Yeah, it's a little blown out.
Only when he stands in front of it.
Oh yeah, there it goes. It's kind of like
I gotta turn it off. I just, Kendall set all the stuff up. Can I blame Kendall? I was here with the cameras Friday. He was busy. He installed them.
Tell him you want the tutorial. Where's the customer service? They can't just ship it and be like, here you go. They got to send a rep. I mean, we need the whole package here.
Yeah, send one of your guys out here and make this right.
Yeah,
no, I'm not asking for that much.
Orientation or something, yeah.
But there will be a phone call made.
Yeah, so I moved last week into a new apartment. This is hilarious. So I didn't know, they actually still did orientation for apartments.
Really?
And when they told me, I thought it was a joke. I'm like, wait, what? Are you serious? I was a homeowner for a decade. And
yeah.
I lived in a condo last year.
It makes sense though.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to see what I can learn. And I actually learned a couple things from the orientation. Like, I didn't know my dishwasher was on a switch. So in order to make it work, you have to have the switch up for it's like a child safety.
Oh, that's why they do it.
Yeah. But I was just taken back. I'm like,
did she bump a ball? She bumped a ball. That's ball in hand.
Yeah, she bumped the purple.
So the reason why that's ball in hand is because it impeded the path of another rolling ball. So that 15 that she moved with her shirt could have changed the path of that rolling 12. Now,
So was Kenny supposed to have ball in hand?
yeah, but he isn't going to call it, and maybe he didn't see it. So let's do the replay on that.
Yeah, check it out again.
So if you watch, there's a ball underneath her hand somewhere.
Yeah, she bumped it.
You can see it move. See?
Yeah,
it
no, I
moved
saw
up.
it.
Yeah, okay. So because the 15 was rolling anywhere within 2 balls width of that other rolling ball, it becomes a ball in hand foul.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just educating here. I'm not, and Connie, if you watch this, I'm not picking on you.
But Kenny has to call it though, right?
Yeah, Kenny has to say, and then there'd be an argument,
but he must have not seen it,
or he doesn't want to have an argument,
or just saw it and was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, that's an obscure rule.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's cue ball fouls only, but in this case,
it was not a cue ball foul.
Right.
Yeah.
It was an object ball that would have caused it because of the path of another ball rolling into it.
That was a nice shot by Kenny, just missing in the side. Like a little bit of a carom action.
I think he's fine though because of the 9 and the 14 until that gets broken up, and now the 15 is in a perfect spot.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, I was just hilarious about this orientation. I couldn't get over it.
Well, you taught me something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering why some of those were on switches. I thought it was like an electrician.
No, it's a safety
issue.
thing for children, so they just can't go up and push the buttons.
Yeah, I guess even locking it. They got the lock and stuff.
it
But how many
locks
parents probably do that?
They in a typical house, they're not going to install it that way, most likely. But who knows?
I'll tell you what. I remember I was a kid. My dad had an electric stove, and I pushed a clean button because I was like, "What the hell does that do?" And then the thing wouldn't open. And I thought I broke it.
Yeah.
Because it gets so hot it locks, so you can't open it. Even the thing, right? It had a little slider. I was like, man, I just broke this thing. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And like an hour later, it's like click. I learned something that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if kids are left home alone, they do play with the clean setting on the stove. For you parents out there.
Oh, Connie is calling for
You gotta get somebody else.
Have Fong watch it.
Or Yeah, or I can go out and do it.
No, we're not moving at Fong. See if Fong can do it.
Okay, so what just happened is Connie wants us to watch the shot. We can try on the screen, but it's better to have somebody go out there with a slow motion camera or physically do it.
Yeah, no, we won't really be able to see it that well here.
We used to have a rule that we would not help with these things.
And it looks like it was not a foul.
Yeah, he hit the 14 really,
the 14.
really solid, and which is why he missed.
Yep.
To be on the safe side. So
it looks like that was what was in question there, making sure that he didn't foul.
I mean, that's another good example of what can happen in pool. The opponent can say, "Wait a minute, I want somebody to watch this shot in case it might be a double hit or a split."
No, it's valid. You know, I think that's a good idea.
If I was Kenny, I'd ask for a ref here. Really, really rub it in.
Yeah.
No, I play in state tournaments, and people will do that just to throw you off. They see your free flow and you're running rack, and they'll get you on something that really isn't something a
Sure.
ref. They do it just to mess with you. Now, Connie did not in that case, so let me be clear.
No,
but it is used as a sharking technique, probably more times than not.
It's kind of like in football during the game-winning field goal. The opposing team will call a timeout.
Yeah, right at the last second.
Kicker. Yeah. Ooh, that's brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, those kickers got to know.
Cold as ice.
I mean, they got to know though, right? That they're gonna be waiting. And then what if they don't? That might be the anxiety.
Right.
That one time you don't call the timeout, and now you got delay of game or something.
Yeah, it's like when everything goes right in your life, and you're like, wait, something's supposed to. What's going on here? Something's supposed to be off.
Yeah. The kicker's overthinking it.
Yeah.
Which is why they miss. Oh, come on, Kenny. Good opportunity for Connie here.
Yeah.
Now, this is not easy.
Now, one of the other things I've noticed, too, is being, I guess I'll classify myself as an amateur. I try to, like, when I'm playing, I line up my shots with the cue. Like, I try just to at least get the minimum angle of where I need to hit the
there's
object
nothing
ball.
wrong with that.
Right,
Yeah.
but I've noticed, like, a lot of players who have been playing for a while don't really do it as much sometimes. And is it because they've just been playing for so long that they just don't?
Well, I think they do
They can just see it without having to really
they stand
line up.
back. They change the cue on the table to standing back and looking at it.
Okay.
And then you have to get down on that line. So no matter how you do it.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of pros still doing that.
Yeah, like, do you just know where to hit the object ball after a while? Like, where you don't really necessarily...
Well, you want, like, Connie should have walked over here and looked at the one to the left side of the table here.
Mm-hmm.
But she still made it.
Right.
And she's going to have a great shot on the 3. So, well, but she made the 8 tough. So, like this, you want to walk over and see the ball going in the pocket. So you want to stand on the right here. You want to look at that.
You want to walk
It's the same
around.
thing. Yeah, as putting the cue on the table. And if you don't walk around the table, you typically do miss a lot more.
Yeah, you just want to take your time a little bit, figure out what you want to do.
How'd she do there? That was perfect.
Yeah, she's got a nice line into the side.
I mean, you can't ask for much better than that.
And we are on our way to Hill. 5-5. Looks like we had a question come in here from Gary.
Oh, when's the Doug L match on? As soon as this one's finished. So
that's the Knights, right?
Yeah, and that's Doug Liskey and Derek.
So there's like race to 7. There's probably going to be on within the next hour, I'm guessing.
Oh, I would say within the next 20 minutes.
20 to 30 minutes.
I'm gonna go on a line and say that one of these two is gonna win the next 2 games, and I mean maybe I just jinxed us, but let's say 40 minutes tops.
Yeah, because by the time they finish up, and then you've got to go over the
and we'll get them set up.
And
Yeah,
they gotta get set up.
restart the stream.
Restart everything.
It's typically how I do it. Yeah, it's not Hill yet, but I think that's. I mean, Kenny and Connie can both snap off a couple of games without even thinking.
Yeah. Look at that, and Gary was very thankful for us answering his question. You bet.
Yeah, I know Gary. He's been in chat before, probably Probably buddies looking for the next match. And the next match is going to be a good one.
So you know everybody in this chat. You must have been here, but you must be here quite a bit.
Well, when you run tournaments,
yeah, I know.
people are giving you their names,
Just kidding.
and then you forget them. But
Oh yeah. Are you not? I'm not good with names. I have to meet you a few times, and then I'll be like, oh, okay.
well, the worst thing is they'll come up to you and they'll expect you to remember. Just give me like an initial or something. Give me a hint.
Yeah, be like, hey, how's it going? It took me a few times to remember most of the people who play down here, and it's usually the way it goes. But now I pretty much remember everybody on a first name basis.
Yeah, if you have a conversation here and there with everybody, you start to remember.
Yeah, and it's been great to meet so many new people down here.
It's nice to have Ben back. Ben's back as I don't know if he's the manager, but I'm glad he's back because things run smoother. I like when Ben's working.
Yeah.
For those of you that have been around here, Ben is back. I don't remember his last name. It's like Aguilar or something like that.
He was gone for like 6 months, wasn't he?
Yeah. He found a greener field somewhere, I mean, that's how it goes. Then maybe they weren't so green.
Yeah. Grass isn't always greener on the other side, apparently, is what they say.
That's what they say.
I think it depends on how you water it.
Yeah. How many chemicals you put on that shit, Gotta get it green. You gotta make it green. Oh, nice shot. Got the breakup on the 9. Tough position, though. Not a lot standing out to me here as a shot I would take. Are we looking at 12 in the side? Yes. Okay, so she's looking at it. See how she walked over there?
Yep.
That gave her a good line of sight.
Mm-hmm.
She visualized the contact point. And then MH actually gave me a tip. He said you should visualize the cue ball hitting the ball and going in.
Oh.
And that really does help. It's like you visualize hitting it and the ball hitting the point, and you can see the mistake before you shoot it. It's weird. I don't know why it works, but it works.
I always like talking to MH. He's funny. I always feel like I love MH, but like sometimes if you just want a short answer, you never get a short answer out of MH.
Yeah, I know.
And it's all right, because he's very thorough, and I understand that. But
He's such a nice guy.
He is. He's really cool.
But I found the best thing that happens if you're in that situation, you basically just have to walk away. Like in the middle of him talking.
All right.
You just have
really
got to
go to the bathroom.
Yeah, just make something up. I don't know. Sorry,
but Damon's calling for me. MH, if you're listening, I love you.
We both, man.
I love you,
MH is awesome. Connecticut, I couldn't have done it without him, man. He was like, he was the rock of the group, really.
How's he to travel with? Pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have problems traveling with anybody, but like MH was in the booth like 24/7 nonstop. He didn't want anything.
Yeah.
I had to like get him food.
Yeah, we got a few other comments rolling in.
I heard that.
Who is that? That looks like it's Arthur?
Yeah, Arthur Pewty. And Michael Amir says, no, he is not. I don't remember what that was for. We've asked, we probably changed topics like 7 times since those answers.
Yeah. Is Arthur a good friend with MH that we're talking crap about
I think
him?
so, actually. Arthur, is that the Arthur from the UK? I think it might be.
We have somebody in from the UK.
Yeah,
how cool.
MH has a pretty good following.
Oh,
and he still has family out there and friends, and they actually tune in. What time is it out there? If I'm right, I think it's probably like 10, 11 o'clock over there.
Who knows? We can look. Do you have your phone on?
Well, we'll let him answer. I could be wrong about that.
How cool would that be, though?
You know what? Arthur Pewty might actually be MH.
Oh, Michael Amir says Ben is not a manager.
Okay, so that's what that is. Correct. Okay. Yep, and he says, yes, I am from the UK.
Oh, cool. Can you tell us what time it is, Arthur? AM or PM and the exact number. No analog here.
And my question is, Arthur, you are not MH, correct? Because I know he's got all kinds of...
Oh, he has like an alias?
He's like a secret agent.
Oh.
Yeah.
I bet he is.
That's why he goes as MH, because you ever try to find that on Facebook? Never. You do M-H, it doesn't work.
Yeah, look at it. Says, but he lives in Appleton.
Oh, that is MH.
It is totally him.
Oh no, we're busted.
Uh-oh. Is he here today or is he home?
No, I don't
He's
know.
not on the
I'm
pro
assuming
shop
he's
today,
at
is
home
he?
watching.
Oh, okay.
It was-
that.
Oh, it says incorrect.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, right.
All right.
It's definitely okay. So it's one of his buddies.
So it's not MH. He used to be in the UK. He is not anymore. He lives in Appleton. I don't believe it. I believe that's MH.
I don't know. I think it's a little sus, as the cool kids would say.
Yeah. Anyway, Dan was saying all the bad stuff, MH, not me.
Yeah, just blame it on me.
Yeah.
I'll take the blame.
Everything. I love listening to your really long physics-based conversations.
We had a good conversation about AI like this summer. That was kind of interesting how AI is kind of...
I think he's addicted to that.
I don't know. I'm a little scared about AI because I don't even think we've caught up with just like regular technology
I think
yet.
it's just a buzzword.
So, yeah, I mean,
for now.
I think it's going to be good for some things, but we can't let it take over everything. I mean, there's no substitute for the human brain, I don't think. But
No,
knows?
but I think it's a buzzword like Bitcoin and all the other things. It's just a way to make a
yeah.
bunch of money real quick because all AI is a bunch of if statements that are going through models trying to match up the best answer. And they're also just grabbing everything from the internet
Oh, yeah.
and plagiarizing it.
Yep.
So it's not really this big scary robot that's thinking. It's just a really smart Google.
Mm-hmm.
And it's already been busted.
It's like the big brains of like, I don't know, some big supercomputer somewhere.
I mean, it's
Under
just,
Area
it's a really
51.
fancy search engine. That's all it is. And
Yeah.
it plagiarizes everything it gives you an answer for. And they've already proved it. It'll actually take words from different papers. Oh no, Kenny.
Oh, he had a chance to go out there too.
Yeah, that would have been it with the 8. Probably would have been a little tough, but I would have taken that in the side all day.
Yeah. Look at Arthur's really getting engaged with us this afternoon.
See, Arthur is MH.
Yep, I'm not a real person.
I knew it.
I'm the digital version
It
of
all started
MH.
coming back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, MH.
MH's best joke, he told me yesterday, he was like, he was just diagnosed with being colorblind.
MH?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He told me, he said it came out of the purple.
Oh, wow.
Did I get the timing better on that one, MH?
Oh.
Yeah, that's his joke, not mine. He's told me that joke 17 times.
Oh, really? Look at that shot by...
Oh, man, I'm sorry, MH.
Look, the camera froze again. Oh, there it goes. But it was a nice shot by Connie. She got a real good
Yeah,
opportunity.
we're just going to take that
here.
camera and throw it
Yeah,
and then ship it back to him and say it's defective.
Yeah. Do you think she can sneak the
Well, she's
9?
going to have to, right? She's going to have to do the
Yeah.
same follow through that she did with the last one. And if she makes it, she's got a good chance of getting out here.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, that's her second. Can we replay that
How did
after
that
this
even
game?
go? That like
That was a nice shot.
yeah, but it was like it cut it thin and it kind of I don't.
That's
know.
her second time she's done that. Good job, Connie.
Here it is. Watch it go off the left side of the 3, and
That
then
was nice.
it hits the rail. I don't know.
That was nice.
All right, MH. How did the physics work on this one? Because she didn't hit it straight.
I don't know.
It hit both rails. Wow, I don't get it.
That was pretty cool. It looks like there was a nice amount of English on it too, but
Maybe that's it. I don't. That one to
Who
me, I wouldn't
knows?
even know how to reproduce.
no, that's like I said, that's her second time today. Look at that.
Oh,
she is locked
drills it.
in for the 6th game here. She's now on the hill.
Kind of a question I would have on that shot is why so much power on it? Not
don't
that
know.
you can complain because it went in, but
I think it's just she's very focused. Her counting before really helped her.
probably.
See, it was that mindful moment.
Well, if you ever watch Shane Van Boning practice, he hits everything lightning speed, hard. Maybe there's something to making sure your strokes less wiggle.
Sure.
Right? You shoot fast. There's
Yeah.
less that can go wrong.
Like you're driving through the ball, and like there's less. You're right. There's
Right.
less opportunity for your shoulder to
Follow
buckle.
through,
your
very
arm.
important. Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's one of the things I got to learn too. Is I tend to kind of just stop after. I got to remember to make my arm drive through the ball
Yeah, I punch a lot too.
and keep.
I pop up, I punch, I
and
do all
keep
kinds
my
of stuff.
eye on the object ball. You know where you want to
Connie.
hit it.
Yeah, and that is true. There is a coach out there, and he leads the Moscone Cup, and he feels that you should look at the cue ball last.
Like you should look at the cue ball while you're hitting
Yeah, last
instead of the object ball.
correct.
Oh,
Which is
but
different than what everyone else says for the most part.
So,
It's like shooting blind.
yeah, and what's crazy is that I just learned that you're supposed to look at the object ball
Yeah,
when you're shooting
Correct.
this summer. And the whole time when I was playing the years before that, not like in tournaments or anything, but just like recreationally or whatever,
You looking at the
I was
cue ball?
looking at the cue ball.
well, and like I said,
And like I was
this
like,
is Jeremy Jones, big professional, the captain, the coach of the Moscone Cup. And unless I'm mistaken, and someone correct me, but he trains people to look at the cue ball last.
really?
So
This
who
would be,
am I to say it's right or wrong? Oh, nice shot on the 9.
yeah, this would be fun. Like if for the viewers, like if you want to weigh in, like just for fun, where are you
Yeah, what do you
supposed
guys
to
look
look?
at?
What do you think? Are you supposed to look at the cue ball all the way through, or are you supposed to keep your eye on the object ball where you want to hit it? And I think it's probably going to be most people are going to say object ball.
I feel like it has to be object ball.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, that's me. That's me. Object ball. That's my answer. Jeremy Jones says cue ball. What do you say? Object ball
I'm
is
gonna-
getting better?
well-
You're
well-
somewhere in the middle?
Well, no, like ever since I started looking at the object ball, I made a lot more shots. So for me, it makes sense that you're supposed to look at the object ball. But who knows?
Well, I think of it like shooting a gun or something. You don't, you look through the sights at what you're shooting at. You don't look at the sight.
You don't look at the actual
Right.
back of the gun.
Right.
Yeah. No, I think object ball is pretty obvious.
I mean, that's the
Like,
only way I can explain it.
It makes the most sense. But like I said, for like the years before, like even when we went down to like Sharks Club, remember
Right.
Sharks?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I was like back when I went down there quite a bit just for fun with groups of friends. I'd be looking at the cue ball.
There's nothing wrong with that, though.
I would still make some shots, but it was
Wow.
yeah, it was a tough.
That was a great
scratch
try.
there, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Still
So
a lot of
anyway.
balls on the table, though. But the pressure is on Kenny right now. He cannot make another mistake at the end of this game.
No, not-
say they go back and forth a few times. You got to finish.
Yeah, not with Connie having ball in hand. No, he's probably only going to get one more chance after this. So I think Connie hopefully should be able to clear out most of these balls here. Maybe she'll run out. So.
And I do think that when I kick at a ball, I have better luck looking at the cue ball after I aim. Only when I'm kicking, because it's so important that you hit the cue ball in the center. Like absolutely center. Otherwise, your whole angle that you planned out doesn't work.
Sure.
So for kicking, and I've heard pros talking about this, they will sometimes look at the cue ball last,
Okay.
because it's already a low percentage shot a little bit, so you got to, the only way to raise that percentage up is by making sure you hit it in the center.
See, that's good to know.
Yeah, try it sometime.
Yeah, no, because like there are a lot of times when I miss the center.
Because if you put left on it, and now you're not going to hit the ball at all on a kick shot, because any English is going to change the.
like there, Connie put left on it, and I thought that ball was going to drop, but unfortunately it got.
She
hung
tried
up
to hold
there.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a tough one, but look, she's sitting pretty good. She's got the 5 in the pocket. She's got to work on the 2 and the 1. Once that opens up, she can start playing aggressive.
Yep.
Until then, there's no reason to even be making any balls
No, it's
for
like,
her.
Yeah.
Like, I would not make this 5 ball right now. Maybe try to make the 4 on the side or bank it, which will get you a breakup.
Yep.
I kind of like the bank with the breakup here.
It
If
was
she's feeling froggy.
I like it. Feeling kind of froggy.
So we got a couple answers here.
Oh,
MH says the 9 ball picked up enough roll from the cloth on its way to the other ball. At that speed, she had to hit the combo absolutely perfectly square, which it did. Okay. Well, that explains that. I thought it went off the points. Ooh.
See, she did what you told her not to do, and she scratched.
I
You
would
said
not have
don't
shot
go
the
for the
five.
five ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
So that came back to bite her a little bit, right?
yeah. Okay, so Kenny, he's got to get out here. So, do you shoot the 14-15 combo, or do you shoot the 14 down, and then maybe play the 15 next? It's a little tough to get out of there with the 2.
I'd say to try to do the combo first, but it looks like he's gonna do plan A.
You know what? And maybe he'll roll out for the 10 and leave the 15 there as an insurance policy.
Could play.
I mean, I call it that because
Why aren't you selling insurance? You sound. I'm just kidding. Maybe a safety opportunity there because he
Yeah,
could really
that's true,
buckle
too.
Connie back there. Yeah.
at any point, if he feels uncomfortable, get that safety going.
Yep. That's another thing to learn too, is like when to play your safety is like instead of trying to make things happen all the time, because safeties definitely win games. There's no doubt about that.
Well, he got the first one down.
Yeah, plan A accomplished. What do we do now?
So this is the tough one. You can't really know where it's going to go because it's going to hit the 15 and the 2. So you generally know where it's going to go, but this could also scratch.
Nah, that was nice to get that ball in there.
So it went up to 2. He put a ton of left on it. He came out, and he's got a shot in the side.
Does that 10 go? Yeah, he's got plenty of room for that.
That's
10.
perfect. I mean, there was a little luck involved there, though. I mean, he knew if he got out, though, he would always have the 13, right? I'll give him that. But
Right.
lining up perfect for the 10, I think that was an unexpected bonus. I think he's out here.
I think so too, as long as he gets good position on the 8.
This position's easier than you think.
Yeah, he should be able to cut that.
Just thin it. Yeah, thin it.
After this, yep.
And don't hit it too hard. You'd rather be in the middle of the table than the foot.
Okay, did he get good position?
Well, he hit it thick. So by hitting it thick, he went away from it. But this is fine.
Yep. Tough shot. Definitely can do it though.
Yeah, I mean, you roll it in, and you know what? If he rattles it, he's blocking all of her balls. I'm not saying he's gonna, but yeah, he really would like to make this. Ooh.
Oh no!
I'm telling you, the nerves are real. All right, so Randy Parlick said on the cue ball, object ball issue, I can see that because you want to focus on where you hit the cue ball after you set up. Get lined up with the shot. You shouldn't move after that. I know that's easier said than done, though. That's my thing.
See, and that's exactly what I was doing.
Lining up.
Was focusing more on where I was hitting it on the cue ball because I thought that was more important, which it still is.
Well, and he's saying you line up the aim by looking at the object ball, the cue ball, the object ball, the cue ball. Now you're in place. So no matter what, you can close your eyes and make the ball. So now it's actually important to hit the cue ball in the center.
Yeah.
But that's saying that nobody wiggles.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to shoot a ball with your eyes closed?
No.
Try it.
Oh,
line up
we
for
should.
it. Line up, right?
Is that
Perfect.
a good drill?
Yeah, I think so.
It could be a drill. Just because then you're ensuring that you're keeping your arm straight through the stroke.
Because you should be able to do it with your eyes closed.
Yeah.
If your position
line
and
it
your
up right.
body is in the right spot. Yeah.
See, do we just think of a new drill?
I think that's been thought of.
Probably.
Yeah, we can't take credit for that. I'm sure there's a coach out there. I think Color of Money taught everyone to do that.
I just thought we had our $1 million idea, but okay.
No, go ahead and market it.
Okay.
Give me 50% of the profits.
50.
I'll take that deal.
Connie's got a good chance to get out here and take this Jester
This is the match
afternoon.
right here.
1-8.
Don't put too much top on this. You don't want to go away from the 8.
Oh no.
See, I would have maybe just rolled that in and took the cut.
She hit that pretty hard.
She was trying to get perfect on the 8.
Yeah, she left Kenny with
a tough shot.
With a tough shot, but
if he thinks about this, if he leaves the cue ball somewhere in the bottom left of the table, how you're looking at it, bottom left, he doesn't have a shot. She won't have a shot on the 1. I'm sorry. You know what I mean.
Yep. He's gonna try to bank this, right?
No,
into the
banking
side?
it is kind of a sellout. Yep, he's playing the safe.
Okay.
He played it well. He played it well.
That is really nice save.
That is beautiful.
because now Connie's got to play a safe back basically,
I don't think you can bank this.
and she can't bank it.
So you got to hit the 1, and she did, and left him the 8. So now it's going to be hill.
We're gonna get our hill.
I mean,
Man,
you know
we're
what?
predicting the future, coming up with drills.
It's the way it is, and we aren't really that far behind on the.
Ooh, that almost didn't go.
We're gonna have to
hill.
click the orange I mean,
Hill.
I got no good buttons for this.
Oh.
Here we go. Here's one.
Mad Apple Extreme, the ultimate billiard.
Oh, this isn't the extreme though. This is the open stream.
Yeah, you guys changed your name.
Here's one.
We can't even keep up.
This one's pretty good.
Oh, man. He hit that ball terrible.
Ouch.
That's Taylor Collar, not me.
That hurts.
Yeah, Taylor's on the third mic, guys. I cannot control him.
Can you record a soundbite for me sometime?
Yeah, we need to refresh these.
Because
We-
I
we do.
always say when people hit it too hard, I say like, oh, they really tried to big boy that one in there.
That wouldn't be a bad one.
Can we do it sometime?
Yeah, I think what we need is we need some fun, not mean, kid friendly phrases that we can kind of.
Oh, I think that'd be great.
Because right now we've got like the same 6 that we've had from the beginning, and
Yeah. That was a good break. Is it going to be dry though?
I didn't see a ball drop,
No, it's dry.
and that overhead's still giving us some troubles.
Yep. Connie must have taken a quick break here, but we are hill here at the Mad Apple on a Sunday, very windy. Here's my small talk, Sunday afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us. We are broadcasting live from Appleton, Wisconsin on West College Avenue. And if you have not been here before for food, the food here is pretty awesome.
The food.
The
You
food
need the food.
is awesome. Dun, 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 dun. Food atmosphere. It's a great way to spend a Sunday out of your house. Unless you're just chilling too. We get that. If you're looking for something to do, this place is open. How long are you guys open until on Sundays?
About midnight, I believe.
Midnight? Okay.
Yeah, it's
Ooh.
always midnight. Friday and Saturday they push it to about 2. Bar close.
Yeah.
And sometimes they stay open later, even on the non-exciting Fridays and Saturday days.
Okay. Midnight's a little late on a Sunday for me. I'm kind of an early bed person, but hey, you know what? When you're playing pool, I've also noticed time goes very quickly when you're playing pool. Did you ever notice that?
I did notice that if you're having fun, the time does fly.
It really does.
So, and I do enjoy playing pool.
Yeah. So time flies when you're having fun. Got it. And the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Got it.
There, we'll get you guys a better view here.
Yay, hello.
So we do have Sundays matches. This coming up Sunday, we will have matches, and then the Sunday after that, we're off.
Wait,
And
what?
I don't remember why. Let me look at the calendar before I should have.
There must be another tournament here that you guys are hosting. There's so many tournaments.
There's a lot going on. There's also a lot of state tournaments going on. That's usually what gets in the way. Thanksgiving, maybe.
Oh,
It might be
that's-
Thanksgiving.
No, that makes sense
Yeah.
because it's not next week, but the week after.
There we
yeah.
go. So it's Thanksgiving. So we're not streaming the Thanksgiving weekend. Also, we're not streaming Christmas weekend and New Year's weekend.
And that makes total sense. People should be with their families. I mean, or significant other or whatever. I mean,
WSPA is coming up in February. So we'll be there hopefully. And if we're not, we're still not streaming. So that'll
Okay.
be the 15th through the 18th in February. So just to give you guys a little look into the future.
Just so you're not here wondering, you guys said that there was juniors or tournaments on Sundays.
Right.
Why is nobody? Well, because it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and
We got turkey.
We've learned
and
our lesson.
football and
we used to push ahead on that, and now that Patrick is doing such a great job with the list, he's actually telling people that they have matches 3 weeks in advance, if not a little more. So now Thanksgiving comes up, someone cancels because obviously, right? Family.
right, family, other obligations. It's a busy time of the year. I mean, a lot going on. Christmas shopping starts probably pretty soon if
Well,
you haven't started already.
Then you screw up 3 people. You got to find someone to, and then he's got to call 3 people. So I think we finally learned after 5 years that state tournaments and holidays are just off.
They just don't go well together.
Right.
Yeah. And there's always tournaments like somewhere else. It's like-
Correct.
that's another thing I learned with just getting into the game about a year ago is there's so many tournaments. Like all over the state, and just it's cool. It's like a whole community thing.
It really is. The pool community
know.
is amazing. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. I mean, as frustrating as everybody can be, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to get along with everybody, and that's in life too. But I'm just saying,
I do.
You get
I get along with everybody. I mean, they might not like me, but that's their problem.
Yeah. It's a reflection.
Ooh, wow,
See,
what?
See, Kenny tried to big boy that one in there.
He definitely
Yeah.
big boyed it right out of the pocket because here, take a look at this. It looked like it was really deep in there, and it got rejected
He hit it really hard.
with bottom left.
Yeah.
Yep, hit it. He hit it thin too. So when you put bottom left on it, if you put left, you're actually deflecting the cue ball to the right. So when you think about that, you got to adjust your aim for that.
Yep.
And he did, but he over adjusted.
Oh, hey, you got a question coming in about streaming.
Oh yeah. Well, first, MH Penglaze, the Potting Penglaze, says object ball or cue ball. He said that you should try one eye on each.
Oh my goodness, that sounds like crazy.
I think I could probably pull it off.
One eye on each. You
Yeah.
know what? I gotta give it a whirl. Then you get the best of both worlds.
Oh, I remember the same guy who just told us that walked around here with a pirate's eye, trying to correct his dominant eye for like 3 months. So I don't know if I'm gonna buy stock in that one. All right, and I'm the one who gave him the patch too. That was the
Oh, my
funniest
God.
part. I would come in, he'd be walking around with a pirate.
I
patch
know.
on
I
his
remember
eye.
when he had that
Oh.
on. I didn't know. I didn't think I asked him why he had it on. But
Well, I was doing a perfect aim session, and that's a training session, and I can't remember. I don't know why I'm blanking. If anyone knows who does the perfect aim sessions? I can't remember for some reason. I'm getting old.
yeah.
But he told me about the dominant eye thing, and it was like a big deal. And I was really thinking. And my dominant eye is my left. I'm right-handed, and it kind of sucks because now you gotta be more under yourself. You gotta stretch your head over. It makes everything complicated.
Sure.
But the truth is that everybody's dominant eye is somewhere, and it doesn't mean it has to be exactly under one eye or another. It's just how you've learned,
Yeah.
how your brain processes it, and you have to do it over and over the same time. So I'm not trying to get you guys going on the dominant eye thing. But that's why he wore the patch, because he was trying to figure out what his dominant eye was.
Okay.
And it's funny, if you do it, you actually, it's like sighting a rifle. Do you use your left eye or right eye? It's probably your dominant eye.
Yeah, most likely. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you think about it, just aim up a water gun, on the wall and look at the sights. Which eye's closed?
Sure.
Well, whichever one's closed is probably not your dominant.
No. Anyway, we're hill here.
Yeah, this is crazy.
This
I mean,
is going to be a wonderful finish to watch. Connie looks like she's in the zone out there and waiting for her opportunity to get to the table. If she gets an opportunity to get to the table against Kenny here this afternoon, we will see what happens.
JGM says you guys will be there streaming WSPA. Chris, yes. I talked to, I don't know, Jeff, and he doesn't control that portion of it. But he says he doesn't see why it would change. So who knows? I don't know if we're confirmed yet, but we've done it the last 2-3 years. I don't know why, Dean and the guys wouldn't have us back. So we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And where is WSPA located?
The singles is going to be in Appleton.
Oh, it is in Appleton.
And that's the only one I go to personally, because I don't like team events.
Okay.
They're a lot of fun, but I don't like letting people down, with my bad ups and downs and stuff. So they've gotten so big that they've had to separate the singles and the team events into 2 separate events.
Oh, wow, okay.
So yeah,
Is that here or is it at that exhibition center?
it's going to be
downtown?
Fox Convention Center.
Downtown,
Yeah,
okay.
right across from where Sharks used to be, just across the street.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know?
familiar with that
Yeah.
area. Yep,
That's amazing. I love that location.
that's cool. And do you know when the dates are for that?
Well, that's February.
In February.
Yep.
Okay.
And I was just saying we'll definitely be off for that. Somewhere around the 15th, 18th in that area.
Okay.
I'm sure you guys will start seeing Facebook posts about the deadlines and whatnot. But
I do remember stopping in there last year to check it out. I never seen so many diamonds.
yeah, they
lined
just
up.
switched to diamonds last year.
Yeah, I
So they've
remember.
really gotten.
That's pretty cool.
It's awesome. It's the best tournament in the area.
There's got to be like 300 to 500 people, 300 people.
Oh man,
least.
I mean, you're just talking 300, 400 people just in the Bs.
Oh,
So you got A's, you got double A's,
Oh,
you got
my
masters,
goodness.
you got women's, you've got, juniors. I think they might have I don't know if they have a juniors event,
bracket. Okay.
but they have a casual event. I know that for sure.
Speaking of the juniors, I think we're going to get Damon in the Jacoby Open in
Nice.
January.
It's good for him. Yeah.
I think that'll be a great tournament for him.
I mean, it's good to get the experience of, meeting other people, number one, and, dealing with the conditions of going somewhere else that
Yeah.
you're not comfortable and having to perform.
Yep.
It's tough.
Yep. And I believe that's in Nakusa.
Yeah.
What, an hour and a half from Appleton?
Yeah, I don't know what they do anymore.
Maybe a
I think
little
they
bit
do it in the
more.
community center, but they got that pool hall now called the Spot, but I don't think it's big enough to have the
Okay.
amount of tables, so they'll probably still do it in the community center.
That's cool. And I don't.
Gene Albright. Thank you, Pete. Yeah, Gene Albright. Shout out to Gene giving me the perfect aim lesson.
Lovely support. We actually have a decent number of viewers today. We're almost at 30 today for the Jesters, and that's awesome. I think it's very fitting for this hill match here.
I mean, we try to keep it interesting. We're a little off topic, but that's only because some of these matches, some of these games have gone a little long, so
Yeah.
we're just keeping ourselves interested here. Now, that's really tough. She tried to break that up, but
Not the right spin on the cue ball. She had to draw back more.
yeah, more draw, less
More
everything
draw,
else.
yep.
But now, I think the biggest thing you can do here is not break the 9 out.
Yeah, we're gonna focus on this hill match.
100%,
here.
yeah.
So-
The comments start coming in, though, see? So it kind
Then
of
we're
gets us
gonna
off.
get distracted.
We'll wait till after the shot. All right, played the save, opened up the 9, but fortunately, the 3 blocks the 12. So
I think she's in a good position here.
it worked out, but that could
Yeah.
have gone very, very bad. I think it was a little risky for a hill match.
Yeah, I'm thinking safety back here on the 9.
It's tough. I
He
don't know.
doesn't have any. He doesn't have any room to cut that. That'd be a foul. He's gonna hit the 4.
I mean, you could jump the 12, probably not get good shape on the 9. You can try to cut the 9, but that's hard.
That's what I was gonna say. Are Connie or Kenny jump players? Do they do jump shots?
I think
for
they
that?
both do, but we haven't seen any jumps this game.
Yeah.
So I think I've seen Kenny kick. Like he prefers to kick if he has to,
Okay.
which is usually the old school, because we never had jump cues, so we always had to learn how to kick.
Mm-hmm.
Now the young kids don't kick; they just jump.
No, Damon loves to jump.
I mean,
Any opportunity he can pull that thing out of his bag. he's
it
there.
works.
Yeah.
I mean, I seen Federer like make 3 jumps in a row with accuracy, and I mean, it's like, well, if it's gonna win you a freaking U.S. Open, why kick?
Exactly.
I mean, Efren Reyes was probably the best kicker that I've seen in my generation, and he didn't make them all. You know, it was always a 50-50. Jumps, I think, are more like 80, 90% for these young guys.
Mm-hmm.
So while we're looking, MH says, I was kneeling down, putting quarters into a coin-op table, and that's when I realized I'm left knee dominant.
It's
I gotta stop
definitely
reading
him.
his, 'cause
If
the
he's making those jokes, it's definitely
Yeah.
him.
The joke's always at the end, so you can't stop
yeah.
when you get to it. Yeah. There we go.
We
hit-
see a safety here.
Hit the 9, hit the
Oh,
rail.
yeah.
It's legal. Does she have the 4 ball in the corner? Is this going to be a double hit? If I was him, I would make sure that someone is watching this shot.
She has the 4 in the corner. I think if she just has to, but you're right, there's a very risky double tap.
Yeah, that's almost always going to be a double hit
Yeah.
if she goes for the
Is she
floor.
gonna try her third shot like this today?
This could be a two-way.
Oh, she didn't try it.
Oh no.
Oh.
This is not a gimme though.
No.
All right. The angle that he's on, it can get touchy to get back over to the 9 without overhitting or underhitting.
Yep. They're both not in an ideal position right now. This is definitely a nail biter here down to the end.
I think I'm putting a little power on this with a little bottom left and just coming out 1, 2, maybe even the third rail. A lot of people are going to just float this. They're going to put a little left on it and float it.
And then play the safety on the 9.
See, that's the float.
Or
And
like, oh, look at that.
see how close he was to the 8?
Yeah,
It
but
worked though.
Yeah, good position on the 9. But
That was perfect.
oh yeah, Kenny can close this one out
Yeah.
here.
Just a little bit of a little bit of a stun draw, kind of pop off the rail a little bit after making the 9, and you got the 8 in the upper left. It looks like he's putting left on it again. Is it an optical illusion? Or?
No, he is definitely a little. See
Why did he put left on that?
I
Someone
don't
in the
know.
audience, tell me why you would put left on that shot.
That looked like it should have just been pretty well straight in.
Just
Right?
just a little draw.
Just a little draw, maybe a little tap, and then come back out for the 8.
And okay, now I'm not knocking Kenny in particular because that might be what he likes to do. But putting left is the opposite English. It goes against the grain. It makes it harder. I don't know why you would do it.
I think anytime you put English, it definitely adds more difficulty to the shot. Correct?
Yeah, but if you had running English, you take away some of the cling, some of the physics of the balls touching, so then they naturally move
Mm-hmm.
the way you would expect.
Okay.
But when you do the opposite, inside English, it's a whole different animal.
Sure, and you've got to hit it just right.
And you got to
There's-
adjust
yeah,
for
there's
everything.
no room for
he made
error.
that shot 10 times harder.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Did she really big boy that one in there?
Yeah, she wanted to power draw it, but
But
she put right on it though. So
she's gonna have to just tap this.
oh man, this is coming down to the
Oh, I'm
wire.
getting nervous.
Yeah, I'm on the edge of the seat here.
Woo.
And it's not because I've been sitting here for 3 hours.
No.
Oh, no.
Did she leave
Oh,
position?
That is, I mean, you can't.
Oh,
It's not perfect, but I would not complain about this if I was Kenny.
No, because he's got that. Then he can put the cue ball right where it needs to be for the 8 back near the center.
Well, it's a
Back
little
out.
straight, so
Yeah.
your brain can play tricks on you with this. Now, I think you can stun over for the 8 in the side, and that's what you were saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that,
Yeah.
but
See, you know all the proper terminology, the stun and the. I'll get there.
well, because you don't want to draw this, and you
No.
don't really want to follow this,
No.
unless he's doing maybe 8 in the other side. Yeah, he
Yeah.
just naturally rolled it. Okay,
No, this is the $1 million shot.
he turned.
A deep breath.
There was more angle there than I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where you should walk around the table and breathe a little bit.
He's just gonna go right for
This
it.
is a $150 shot.
And he
Oh.
misses it. Oh, Kenny, but
And his credit card was declined.
Oh.
Declined.
Don't cash that check until payday.
The server just brought out the scissors and cut up his Amex right in front of his date.
And he must have said something to Connie because she's laughing now.
Man, oh man.
But no easy shot here by any means. I mean, she's still got work to do. But
Thanks, MH. We're doing what we can. Keep it lively, but also not get too far off topic. He said awesome commentary.
thanks, sweetie.
Commentary.
Awesome.
Commentary.
Awesome. Come try today.
If he would just use maybe AI to do spelling, let's start there.
See, what would be crazy is that like AI could even do commentary, which
Honestly,
but I think it'd be really stupid in the beginning, but eventually it could get okay.
no, you give it like the top 50 buzzwords from Jeremy Jones and all those guys. Yeah, you don't need us.
Nah. Wouldn't be sad though.
But it would be a digital voice, though.
Right. Yeah, it'd be boring.
This is it. This is it.
Oh no.
No,
she
oh, no, no, no,
messes
no,
up
no,
the
no. Okay.
removal.
Sorry for all those no's, but if she would have scratched, that would have been That would have been
been
painful.
it,
Yeah. So now Kenny's got basically no chance at winning.
No, this is a really tough shot down into the corner pocket,
Well,
right?
he's banking it. How are you
He's gonna-
banking this?
Where's he banking it in the side?
Yeah.
Oh, a cross bank,
So this is a double kiss nightmare.
right? Is this a cross bank?
Or a scratch. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, he makes it! Hawaii
Wow.
cross bank for the win.
Cross
What a
bank
shot!
doesn't scratch.
Wow.
Well, we'll see.
Can we replay that?
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see Kenny back here next week.
Oh my goodness! What
Wow.
a way to finish.
Here, we'll let it play a couple of
Play
times.
it a couple
'cause-
times. That was
What?
nice.
And he almost scratched. I'm telling you.
Ah.
So watch if you watch really closely, probably on the overhead, he put draw on it to prevent the double hit. Watch how close the 8 comes to the cue ball off the rail. It's very close, within a ball.
Oh.
You can see it better here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
A couple, about 3 inches he got, and then he put the draw on it, and it didn't take. So he almost scratched because
I
of
was
it.
like, how did he not scratch on that?
I mean, that is just wow. All right. Anyway, Dan, thank you.
You are very welcome. It was a pleasure to be up here again.
We might be up here for the night, so we're gonna restart the stream so that we got a fresh title. I hate to do it to you guys, but if you can subscribe or just come back to the channel, you can get right back on. I'm gonna go ahead and start that up now. So
Yep, I may or may not be here for the next one. I'm gonna watch Damon finish out the mini, I think.
that sounds good.
But I might try to bop back in if we're still here later.
All right, sounds
So-
good, Dan. I appreciate it.
You are very welcome. It was a pleasure being up here. Thank you very much for joining us for the Jesters this afternoon, and we'll see you back here soon.